First race, start of the Daily Double. Southern Valley Colt Circuit, 2-year-old Colt and Gelding Pacers. Trophy by Big D's, Tech, and Vet Supply. No change here in the first race. Purse $4,188. 1 Sweet Lather Up and Brady Clemens. 2 Meshach, Alex Hawk. 3 is Maple Bay and Daniel Ironton. 4 is Maestro L, Hank Levan. 5, VH Dancing Guy, Chris Presley. And the 6 is Light Ding, Charlie Conrad. Looks like Carson Conrad is in the sulky. That's the field for the first race. Put Carson Conrad on the 6.
Good evening, racing fans, and welcome to the second card of the program here at Wellston, the Jackson County Fair. We had a really nice program. We raced last night's program today at noon, and now we're coming back with tonight's program tonight. So we've got 11 great races for you. We've got 63 horses, 28 trainers. At a nice fast mile this afternoon, Arbin, who holds the track record here, won his race in 58-4. So we're going to have a great evening. We've got a nice crowd. It kind of cooled off. We had, after the races this afternoon were done, we had kind of a downpour, rained pretty good for a little while. It kind of settled everything down and it cooled it off. So it's a really nice night. We have 4 divisions of the 2-year-old Colt Pacers tonight, and 2 divisions each of the 2-year-old Colt Trotters, 3-year-old Filly Pacers, and 3-year-old Filly Trotters, and then, of course, the signature trot. So let's take a look at the horses in this first race. Sweet Lather Up and Brady Clemens from the rail. Eric Nesselrode trains. Thomas Bush is the owner. This is a Lather Up colt out of an All-American native mare, Sweet June. This is her very first lifetime start. Was purchased at the Buckeye Classic sale for $7,000. Misha and Alex Hawk from the 2 for Travis Redding. Reagan Redding is the owner. Travis is the trainer. This is a Western Fame out of a Dragon Again mare, O Hanover. This horse has purchased at the Blooded Horse sale for $3,500, and it is his first lifetime start. Maple Bay, Daniel Ironton for Marlon Smith and Lori J. Farnes Smith. She is also the breeder. This horse is a Memphis Flash out of a Bettor's Delight mare, Weaver Blue Chip. Has had 1 qualifying race at Scioto Downs and finished back, but was timed in 2-2-1. Maestro L. Let's see where they are. Maestro L from the Levan Stable. Levan Stable and Megan Levan, the owners. It's a Lather Up out of an Art Major mare, Maestra. Won 3 starts back at Circleville in 2-4-4. Has had 4 starts on the year and already made almost $3,000. VH Dancing Guy and Chris Presley from the 5-hole for Tim Van Horn. Tim trains and owns this Dancing Yankee colt. It's out of a Cam's Card Shark mare, Southwind Sugar. 1 start, official start on the year with 2 qualifiers. Had last qualifier was at Scioto Downs, and this horse was individually timed in 159 flat, coming home in 28 flat. And Lighting, Carson Conrad up for Steve Carter. Willard J. Taylor, the owner and breeder. It's a Summa Cum Laude out of a Dragon Again mare, Charismatic Kelsey. Lighting has only had 1 lifetime start, had 2 really nice qualifiers at Scioto Downs. The second one, he was timed in 57-1, came home in 29-3. Then he went into the Buckeye Stallion Series and finished 5th, but paced in 59-4. So let's turn this over to our announcer tonight, Ayers Ratliff, for the call of the first.
And it's post time here at the Jackson County Fair. Trophy by Big D's, Tack, and Vet Supply. A purse $4,188. A field of 6. 2-year-old Colt and Gelding Pacers at the top of the stretch for tonight's first race. And here they come. They're off and pacing. Off stride was Maple Bay. Going out there for the lead, Maestro L. VH Dancing Guy is there in second as they move around the first turn. Sweet Leather up in third. Over there to be fourth is Light Ding as they move on into the backstretch. Then it is Meshach and the distant trailer Maple Bay as they now roll up the backstretch for the first time. And out there with the lead, Maestro L and Hank Levan. They lead the way by almost two. In their second is VH Dancing Guy. Over there to be third is Sweet Leather up the quarter and 31. In their fourth is Light Ding as they move around the turn. Then we have Meshach and the distant Maple Bay. They move off the turn and come down here in front of the stands. And the leader, Maestro L and Hank Levan. He won 3 on today's card and going to try to clean up again tonight. In their second is still VH Dancing Guy. It's a Sweet Leather up in third. Here comes Light Ding on the outside. Meshach is also on the move. The half in 103 and 3. And that distant trailer, Maple Bay. They move around the turn and they'll straighten up into the backstretch where Maestro L leads them. In their second, VH Dancing Guy. On to the outside, Light Ding is in third. In their fourth is Sweet Leather up with Meshach, and you can forget about Maple Bay. To 3/4 they go, and Light Ding on the outside is up to confront Maestro L, and Light Ding is trying to take over. Maestro L is desperate at the rail. 3/4 and 134 and 1 as they move around the final turn. Light Ding has the lead but has not cleared. Trying to battle back is Maestro L. Looking 3 wide. Sweet Leather up. And their next is VH Dancing Guy. It's wide open here as they swing for home. Light Ding between them. Grandstand side, Sweet Leather up. Inside Maestro L. It is Light Ding to win. Tight for place. Time of the mile, 2:04 and 2.
2:04 and 2, so they came home in 30 and 1. What a nice, exciting race for the fans to start off the night. Thanks for everybody watching. I just got onto the chat on YouTube, so we appreciate everybody watching tonight. Doug Ballinger says he's watching from his easy chair. Doug is one of our very busy commentators. He's always on the road, so between commentating for us and announcing, he's at a lot of fairs during the summer. So we appreciate everything that Doug does. Light Ding, I thought it looked like Maestro L was going to keep it, but Lightning just kind of worked his way up from sitting about 4th at the quarter pole. Just kept working his way up. And first win of the night. As we said, you heard Air say that Hank Levan had already won 3 this afternoon, and he looked like he was going to win this first on the card tonight. Light Ding is a summa cum laude out of a Dragon and Gare mare, Charismatic Kelsey, owned and bred by Willard J. Taylor of Chillicothe, Ohio. That second qualifier that this horse had at Scioto Downs was really a nice one. Actually, his first qualifier was nice, too. It went in 59 and 3, first time on the track, and came home in 28 and 2, and then the next qualifier was 57 and 1.
Light Ding. Light Ding, a 2-year-old bay-gutted son of summa cum laude. At a Charismatic Kelsey by Dragon Again, owned by William Taylor III. Steve Carter trains. Carson Conrad, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 2:04 and 2. Trophy by Big D's Tech and Vet Supply. Note for the backstretch, not only is there bedding back there, but the shuttle is located just by the water tanks. If you need a ride over, the shuttle to come to the winner's circle is over by the water tanks. Sweet Leather Up was third, Meshach fourth, Maple Bay sixth. Maestro L was second, VH Dancing Guy fifth, Light Ding the winner. 3, 4, 6, 2, 5, 1 on the bottom, 31, 103 and 3, 134 and 1, 204 and 2. For Steve Carter, that's 2 wins on today's doubleheader. And for Carson Conrad, that's a driving double.
They have, this afternoon, they had blankets for every single race. So they had really nice fly sheets for everybody. So it's so nice when their sponsors step up and do that for the guys here at the track. This is a kind of what I think is a close-knit fair board. They seem to work really hard together. We had Chris Walls was speaking to us earlier, and he said that all the fair board members even kind of stay in that camping area back by the barn, so they're all here all week long just in case something would need attention. So it's a hard-working fair board here. Second race coming up is the first division of the 2-year-old colt and gelding trot. They're going to go for $7,500. So we'll take a look at those horses as soon as we come back.
They're often racing in the Southern Valley Colt Circuit. Catch the excitement of Ohio harness racing at one of the county fairs in the Southern Valley Colt Circuit. For over 150 years, people have gathered at county fairs to cheer on their favorite racehorses. Keep the tradition alive. Visit one of the 10 fairs in the Southern Valley Colt Circuit this summer. Horses, racing, and winning. It's the Southern Valley Colt Circuit. 10 great fairs in southeastern Ohio.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Okay, welcome back to the Jackson County Fair here in Wellston. We're getting ready for race number 2 of the evening card, of today's card actually. Because of the poor air quality yesterday, they postponed that card until this afternoon. So it's nice that when a fair can do that, that they have the opportunity to come back with the races and not have to cancel them at any point. So it's been a really nice day here at Wellston. Weather's been very, very nice. It's kind of overcast right now and a really nice breeze, so good night to be at the racetrack. Sam Widger was here this afternoon and won 3 races, all for Rosie Weaver, and I just saw that he is back up at Scioto. He is doing autographs tonight along with a bunch of the drivers. They're having a big Grand Circuit night at Scioto where they've got the Send It In Invitational, the Cleopatra, the Naughty Lobel, and the Moneymaker. Those are all big races, each going for $100,000. So they were having an autograph session by the grandstand. So kind of fun for everybody to do that. We had a nice talk with Chris Walls, who is the superintendent of speed and also, of course, on the fair board. And he was talking about the improvements that they've been making here at Wellston. I don't know, when you're watching the races, when you're watching the horses go or watching them in the post parade, you'll notice that they have a new what I would call a sentry fence, a chain link fence all the way around, almost all the way around the track from the quarter pole around in the first turn and all around there. And they're talking about putting up some more fencing like that. They added 30 camping spots, so they've just been doing a lot of fixing up of this racetrack. He didn't say when, so if you see him come by, I asked him if he could please do 2 more. So when you see him come by, then just run down there. Excuse me for that, trying to arrange some starting gate rides for some people here. As we know, Mike, as always, Mike Webkenberg, not only our sponsor of the starting gate of the passport, but also very willing to give people rides in the starting gate and inform them about harness racing. I always say you can learn more from Mike in just a couple minutes than you can from most people for a half an hour. He's just great at telling you what's important about racing and very, very cautious of getting people in there and giving them a good experience. So we've also got 2 outriders tonight, which is very nice. We've got 2 of the girls in the infield, and when the races are going, one stays down in the first turn area, the other stays in the last turn area, so that they can quickly get to somebody if somebody needs help. So it's really nice, and they're very experienced riders. Looks like, I mean, when the post parade is going and they've got the horses up near the grandstand, they take off like rockets. I mean, both of these horses that they have are extremely fast. So I think they could catch just about anything that they needed to. We talked about the track record earlier today. That's Arbin with 156-1 here. That was set last year. And, of course, Arbin won today. Somewhere I do have, Arbin also holds the track record at Urbana. Trotting track record is held by Working It on Broadway, and that horse holds 3 track records. He holds a track record at Salina in 58-2, Lancaster in 2 minutes and 3/5, and here at Wellston in 2-1-1. So we've got a few horses that hold multiple track records. Global Girl holds 2 track records, Dover and Paynesville. I Get It still has track record at Attica and Hicksville. And Lane of Stone, who we all know is now producing foals, he has the track record at Dayton Raceway, Washington Courthouse, and Lima. Rompaway Bow, he hasn't raced for a while, but he still holds a track record at Wauseon and Ottawa. Let's go to the post parade.
Here are the horses onto the racetrack for race number 2. Trophy presented in memory of Earl Buck Owings. Purse $7,500. 2-year-old colt and gelding trotters. Hank Levan on 1. 1 is S Up on My Chest, driven by Hank Levan. 2, All About Tom, Alex Hawk. 3, VH, Tommy Boy, and Brady Clemens. 4 is Johnny Reb, Lori Farnes Smith. 5, Cyclone Blast, and Derek Whitaker. And the 6, Be Buckeye Christian Myers in the sulky. That's the field. Race 2, Hank Levan on 1. Add trotting hopples to the 3. So nobody claimed that tumbleweed gift card, so I'm going to read it again. It is 652-9086. 652-9086.
Excuse me, they were reading off winners. All About Tom and Alex Hawk. Mike Sowers is the trainer and also the owner. This is a long-time colt out of an Amelia Angus mare. She's Not Red. Sold at the Ohio Selected sale for $15,000. Has had a win at Circleville in 2:17-1, but then went right down to Scioto and qualified in 2-1-3. Raced in the Ohio Sire Stakes for 2-year-old colt trotters. Finished 5th in that race and was individually timed in 58-3. That race went in 57-1. Those Sire Stakes horses are tough. VH Tommy Boy put trotting hobbles on him for tonight's race. Brady Clemens drives. Tim Van Horn owns and trains. This is a long Tom out of an Explosive Matter mare, Cisola, Hanover. First lifetime start. Johnny Reb, Lori Farnes-Smith is the driver for trainer Marlon Smith. Lori is the owner. This is a Memphis Flash out of a Pine Box mare, Starlet O'Hara. Another one with its first lifetime start. Cyclone Blast, Derek Wadaker drives for David H. Miller. David trains and owns. This was a Buckeye Classic sale purchase for $3,000 and this horse's first lifetime start. He is by Creatine out of Hurricane Blues by Trixton. And the 6 horse in the second tier, B.A. Buckeye. Christian Meyer drives for Ed Ryder. Ed Teefy, the owner and breeder. This horse won his last qualifier out in 2-1-2, coming home in 30-1. Let's turn it over to Ayers for the call of this second race.
Purse $7,500 through the stretch, and here they come. They're off into trotting, and it's S Upon My Chest who goes out there for the lead. All About Tom is there in second and early third. VH Tommy Boy as they move around the turn. Be a Buckeye is there in fourth. Then we have Johnny Reb in fifth, and the trailer Cyclone Blast. As they move on into the backstretch, and S Upon My Chest, and Hank Levan out there by almost 2. All About Tom is there in second, in their third, VH Tommy Boy. Then we have Be a Buckeye as they continue on up the backstretch, the opening quarter 31-2. Next is Johnny Reb, and that trailer is Cyclone Blast. They move around the turn, and out there with the lead, S Upon My Chest. In their second, All About Tom, as they come down here in front of the stands, and All About Tom has went off stride. Also off stride was VH Tommy Boy. So they're dropping like flies as they come down here to the half, and S Upon My Chest has now inherited about a 15-length lead, the half in 103-3. Up into second is Be a Buckeye. On the outside, All About Tom is there in third. Fourth at the wood is Johnny Reb. In there next is VH Tommy Boy with Cyclone Blast. They're up the back stretch. They're on their way to 3/4. And out there with the lead, S Up On My Chest. The lead may be insurmountable here. In there to be second, be a Buckeye. On the outside is All About Tom. 3/4, $1.35. They'll trot the turn. They'll head for home. It's S Up On My Chest. S Up On My Chest leads the way by 15 lengths. Over there again is Be a Buckeye. All About Tom is off stride again, and off stride, S Up On My Chest. S Up On My Chest made a break here as they're into the stretch. S Up On My Chest still on the inside. Be a Buckeye is coming in. Be a Buckeye is off stride. S Up On My Chest. Be a Buckeye. S Up On My Chest. And a nail biter through the stretch. Photo for place. Time of the mile, 2:10.
I could see a big grin on Hank Levan's face when he crossed that finish line. You talk about having it in the bag, had 15 lengths on the field, and all of a sudden his horse goes off stride. But a lot of them went running today. S Upon My Chest, the most experienced horse in the field with the 6 starts.
So very
Plus a
unofficial
qualifier.
here. It is 1-6-3. The inquiry sign is posted here. Judge's inquiry looking at the braking before the half and at the top of the stretch. They were braking everywhere there. They're looking at the brakes before the half and at the top of the stretch. Hold all tickets till we are official.
Yeah, that absolutely was a lot of what it says. Like you dropped a carton of eggs. Everything was breaking. But that's what you expect with the baby trotters. They just sometimes do that. I always quote Rosie Weaver, who says at this time of the year it's much more important to have manners than it is to be fast. So, but I do believe that S Upon My Chest looked to me like he lost enough ground and then came back. But I don't have nearly as good a view as the judges do. So we'll see what they say about this. They were really spread out going to the quarter pole. That quarter and 31 and 2 kind of stretched the field out quite a bit. We talked about S Upon My Chest. He's been racing in Kentucky at Oak Grove and Lebanon. Been racing in the Kentucky Proud Series and the Kentucky Sire Stakes. So this horse has had a chance to make quite a bit of money already. He's made $11,625 in his 6 starts, 3 second place finishes. These races, last race he was in finished 5th. That was going for $50,000. Start before that was $40,000, so he was 5th in that too. So a way to earn some good money down there in Kentucky. Hank Levan's coming back. So we will see what the judges say. That was a catch drive for Hank. He's usually down on just horses that he trains, but if you ask him, he will drive your horse if he doesn't have anything in that race.
Still unofficial winner, again, the inquiry is still in progress, is the one S Upon My Chest. 2-year-old bay colt by Volstead at a No Excuses by Muscle Massive. Owned by Charles Hurst Jr. Roshan Trigg is the trainer, and Hank Levan, the winning driver in 210. This one presented in memory of Earl Buck Owings. Earl Buck Owings started his career in harness racing right here at the Jackson County Fair 50 years ago with his very first drive. He spent 40 years working for Esther Crownover at Crown Time Farms, and the last 10 years training with his brother Richard. He broke the track record here with Arbin last year and tragically and shortly passed away thereafter. He harnessed 899 winners. He had 494 driving wins and over $3.6 million in purse earnings. A couple of the horses he trained are racing here today. Arbin was a winner on the first card. Some of the notable horses that were trained and or driven by Earl Buck Owings include Arbin, Scimitar, and Crown Time Big Ben.
It's a nice tribute to Buck Owings, Earl Buck Owings. We've got some different fair queens out here tonight. Had a couple of them presenting all of the blankets this afternoon, and now we've got some new ones. So we're still going to wait a little while and see if the judges are going to sort this all out. There were a lot of horses running. And as we always talk about, a county fair judge has the hardest part because they do not have 4 different angles and, can rerun the plays and big TVs and everything. They have to pretty much catch it on their first try. So as the horses are going around, they've got to instantly make some decisions. And Hank needed to get back to the barns because he's got one in the next race, so he had to kind of hurry up and get that picture taken. I just heard one of them say, "I agree," so they're agreeing on stuff at least.
That's a good sign.
That is a good sign.
Your attention, please. Your attention, please. There is a new call after a review of all the breaks. A new call here as the 6 Be a Buckeye finished second but was placed third for failure to lose ground while on a break. One of the rules while being off stride is that you have to lose ground, and the 6 did not lose ground while on a break. New call here for the second race is a 1-3-6. 1-3-6 is the new call here as the 6 Be a Buckeye went off stride at the top of the stretch, did not lose ground, and it was very close for second between the 3 and the 6. If the 6 had lost ground while on the break, he would have finished third. 1-3-6, new call here in race 2.
So we should get the complete rundown in just a moment, but that was that placing. The 6 horse was finished second, but placed third. And VH Tommy Boy was third, placed second. So we'll get the rest of the rundown from Ayers. Well, perhaps we will.
All right, looking at our next winning ticket while they recalculate here with the new call. Looking at the red tickets here, 652-9192. 652-9192. You are a winner.
So if you are here at the fair, you could win a LED pickleball game set. Looks like they're giving away lots of stuff tonight. They gave quite a few items away this afternoon, so kind of nice to be here at the Wellston Fair. They're having some big entertainment here the rest of the week. They said on Monday their carnival rides come in, and they're having monster trucks and a rodeo here, all sorts of stuff. So they got an action-packed week. So even if you couldn't come to Wellston for the harness races, you should come back and for some of those big shows.
Bring them out for the third race. Let's bring them up. Winner, All About Tom 5th. VH Tommy Boy was 3rd, placed 2nd. Johnny Reb 4th. Cyclone Blast was 6th. Be a Buckeye 2nd, place 3rd for failure to lose ground while on a break. 1-5, 3 place 2, 4-6, 2 place 3, 31 and 2, 103 and 3, 135 the mile time, 2:10.
Okay, we're going to take a short break to hear some messages from our sponsors, and then we're coming back with race number 3, first division of the 3-year-old Philly Pacers.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Use code FAIR26 and receive $10 off your next order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Hickory Lane Farm is proud to have bred or produced 3 Dan Patch champions over the last 3 years. Located in Findlay, Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm bred and sold world champion It's Academic. We also co-bred and sold sophomore Breeders' Crown winner Yo Tilly. Our stallion In Range set new sales records at the 2025 jug sale and is the sire of Set Your Sights High, who was last season's Dan Patch 2-year-old trotting filly. Find your next champion at the Hickory Lane Farm consignment.
It looks like the horses are gathering up for race number 3. We've got these, most of these horses in this race are pretty experienced. We do have 3 of them that are making their first 2026 starts. But they all have been behind the gate at some point in their life. Hurricane Hadley has not raced since Dover last year in last September. He's had a couple of qualifiers since then. Pink Bubbles last raced also at Dover and has had 1 qualifying start at Scioto Downs. And Tiny Ace also raced last year. The last time was at Piketon. Just had 2 starts, Piketon and Wellston, and it's had a couple qualifiers in 2026. 6 horses in this race, so we will have a trailer. Talking to Chris Walls earlier today, he was very pleased with the amount of horses that he had. Got some full fields, so he was pleased and very happy that a lot of people chose to come to Wellston to race.
With Alex Hawk in the bike. 2, My Western Home, Derek Wadaker. 3, Pink Bubbles, Brady Clemens. 4 will be Tiny Ace and Christian Myers. 5, Deborah L., Hank Levan. 6, She's As Well, Clayton Pfeiffer in the sulky. That is the field for race number 3, trophy by Mayhew Brown Funeral Home. 3-year-old filly pace per $7,225, no change here in the 3rd.
Okay, let's take a closer look at these horses in the 3rd race. Hurricane Hadley, Stephen Harris trains, Alex Hawk drives, and Madison Hochsteller, the owner and breeder. This is the Ponderosa of a Feeling Frisky mare, Feeling Like Doc. As we said earlier, it's had 2 qualifiers this year, both of those at Northfield Park. Both of those were distanced. Had 12 starts last year as a 2-year-old, 1 second and 2 thirds. My Western Home and Derek Wadaker from the 2 for Andre Nard. Vanetta Wadaker is the owner. This is a Western Vintage filly out of a $1 million cam mare, My Marie. This horse was purchased at the Buckeye Classic sale for $15,000. Had a qualifier last start out at Scioto Downs. Finished 3rd was back a bit, but did pace in 57 and 2. But start before that paced in 55 and 3 at Scioto. Pink Bubbles and Brady Clemens from the 3-hole for trainer Eric Nesselrode. Susan Offenberger, the owner. This is a Buckeye Classic purchase of $3,000. This horse is just making its first 2026 start. Last started at Dover. Did have a nice qualifier, finished 4th, and paced in 58 and 2. Tiny Ace and Christian Myers from the 4-hole for David H. Miller. David is also the breeder and the owner. This is a Western Terror filly out of a Cam's Card Shark mare. 1 ace too many. First 2026 start, has had 2 qualifiers, 2 5 and 3 and 2 4 and 4. Just had 2 starts last year. Looked like he was having a little bit of trouble last year, so they decided to shut him down and wait for this year. Deborah L., a very experienced horse, 12 starts already this year, 1 win. That was at Paulding in 2 minutes and 4/5. This is a Racing Hill out of a Western Terror mare private performance, owned by Levan Stables, Hurley Racing, R. Freeze, and M. Levan. A $10,000 purchase at the Ohio Selected Sale. Last start out was at Bellefontaine, was 6th, placed 5th. Paced her mile in 2 5 and 4, but the start before that took almost over 10 seconds off that. Finished 6th at Scioto in a fillies, mares, non-winners of 1, but paced her mile in 54 and 3. She did have a mark as a 2-year-old of 2 3 and 2 at Richwood. Made 20,706 as a 2-year-old. She's as well. Clayton Pfeiffer drives for Dustin Pfeiffer. Paul Douglas Pfeiffer, the owner and breeder. This is a well-said filly out of a Real Desire mare as advertised. Last start out was in the Ohio Fair Stakes at Wilmington. Finished 2nd, just back by a neck in 57 and 2. Start before that was a qualifier at Scioto Downs, where she was also 2nd, just back by a little bit in 56 and 1. Horses are still scoring down.
Yeah, they said a good 2 to 3 minutes.
Oh, I wonder why.
Well, it was because they wanted to talk about our fair food review.
Okay. You did? Did you have fair food?
I had a burger, yes.
Ah.
I opted for a basic burger.
Basic burger right in back here?
Yes.
Was it good?
It was good.
Good.
It wasn't the best I've ever had,
Okay.
but it was good. How was you got a hot dog?
I got a hot dog.
And that was?
That's all I'm going to say about it. Was I got a hot dog.
Okay. Well, I mean, a good hot dog is pretty rare, right? Like something that's
true.
special
You're right.
and like, oh my God, that was amazing.
Yeah. I have to tell, I was in Philadelphia earlier in the week for the All-Star game. Not the game itself. We didn't go to the game, but we went to the other activities. And one of the things that was on the list to do was to have a Philadelphia cheesesteak contest. So we went to this place where right across the street from each other are 2 separate restaurants.
Okay.
Both famous for their Philadelphia
Oh, is that the one
cheesesteaks.
where they're like kind of kitty corner from each
Yes.
other? Yeah.
Yes, they're in.
I've seen videos of them.
They were. I really couldn't tell you which one was better. They were both really good. So
I think they both claim to have invented it, or something like that.
it could be. Yeah. But so that's my fair food report from Philadelphia. So horses are headed to the gate. Let's turn it over to Ayers Ratliff.
The gate is rolling. For $7,225, trophy by Mayhew Brown Funeral Home through the stretch. Here they come. They're off into pacing, going out there. My Western Home is looking for the lead. Along the inside, Hurricane Hadley as they move around the turn. Onto the outside, Deborah L. as they'll head on into the backstretch. In their neck, She's As Well. Then along the inside, Pink Bubbles and the trailer Tiny Ace. Moving on up the backstretch and out there and with the lead it is. Still on top of My Western Home. In there to be second is Deborah L. Off stride, She's As Well. By the quarter, 30 1/5. On into the turn they go, and the leader is My Western Home. In their second, Deborah L. It is Hurricane Hadley in third. In there to be fourth comes a Pink Bubbles. Back down pacing, She's As Well, and she's up on the outside, the trailer Tiny Ace. They travel down here to the halfway mile mark of the race, and the leader, My Western Home. In their second, Deborah L. In third is a Hurricane Hadley. On the outside is She's As Well, the half 102 3. Then we have Pink Bubbles and Tiny Ace. Around the turn, they'll straighten up into the backstretch. My Western Home. On the outside, She's As Well as up to confront the leader. She's As Well as looking to pace by as they go to the 3/4 mile mark of the race. She's As Well as opened up by 2.5, make it 3. Deborah L. is chasing second. My Western Home is packed it in. 3/4, 133 2. Up and around the final turn, She's As Well still on top. Deborah L. is there in second. Further back to Pink Bubbles and Hurricane Hadley. They come to the top of the stretch. She's As Well. Deborah L. is moving up on the outside. She's As Well inside. Deborah L. on the outside. She's As Well and Deborah L. Deborah L. is going by. Deborah L. will win. She's As Well second. Pink Bubbles gets third. 203 1.
203 1, a really nice mile. Came last quarter in 29 4. Deborah L. I was a little bit thinking that she wasn't going to have a chance to get out around the turn going to the 3/4 pole. Didn't look like she was going to have a chance. She was sitting there boxed in, but kind of everything, the flow kind of changed. My Western Home kind of got really tired and back through the pack. So Hank Levan and Deborah L. Second win of the year. The other one was at Paulding for our first fair of the year in 2 minutes and 4/5. And this one in 2-3 1. Filly mostly racing at the fairs, but has had a few starts at Scioto, and the fillies and mares now winners of 1 condition claimer. She has not gotten checks there, but boy, she has gone fast. 2 starts back at Scioto. Deborah L. paced her mile in 54 3.
Coming back into the winner's circle after winning the third race, trophy by Mayhew Brown Funeral Home. It is the 5, Deborah L. A 3-year-old black filly by Racing Hill at a private performance by Western Terror on by Levan Stables, Hurley Racing. R. Freeze, M. Levan. Hank Levan trains and is the winning driver, 203 1. Hank Levan won 3 training wins earlier today. This is another one for him tonight. And he had 3 driving wins and already has 2 driving wins tonight. Hank Levan alive for 5 so far here at the fair. Time of the mile, 203 1.
I think we'll have the rundown for you momentarily. 5, 6, 3. So Deborah L., your winner, the 6, she's as well second, and Pink Bubbles third.
All right, Hurricane Hadley was fourth. My Western Home fifth. Pink Bubbles third. Tiny Ace 6. Deborah L. the winner. She's as well second. 453, 612 on the bottom. 30 and 1/5. 102 and 3. 133 and 2. 203 and 1. Upcoming fourth race, put Carson Conrad on the 5. Carson Conrad on the 5. A field of 6. Bring them out for the fourth race. Again, looking at our red tickets. Again, a Bob Evans gift card. 652 9178. 652 9178. Again, those red tickets, last 4, 9178. You've won a Bob Evans gift card.
Well, they're giving away all sorts of stuff. That was a Bob Evans gift card. I heard from somebody else that they were giving gas cards away. And then they've got prizes. Looks like they've got a red, white, and blue cooler down there. So lots of fun here at Wellston. Fourth race coming up, the first division of the 3-year-old filly trotters. Going to go for a purse of $7,225. And we will be back shortly.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead, sire of multi-million-dollar performers, with his first big crop of talented 2-year-olds making their mark on the track. Also standing, Slay, son of Chapter 7, with his highly anticipated first crop of yearlings selling this fall. And Coach K. Hanover by world record holder Wallner with his first crop of 2-year-olds hitting the track this summer. Looking for your next superstar? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients proudly offer high-quality yearlings with pedigree, confirmation, and performance potential at public auctions this season. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
It all begins with a dream. In Ohio's lush pastures, a foal is born with the heart of a champion. Through dedication, care, and generations of world-class breeding, that spark grows into raw power. Today, Ohio's Standardbred industry offers nearly $24 million in purses for Ohio breds, drawing the best and rewarding the brightest. Breed, buy, race, and win in Ohio.
Okay, welcome back to Wellston, Jackson County Fair. Got a really nice crowd tonight. We had a really good crowd this afternoon also. Chris Walls mentioned that he was quite surprised that many would have come out in the afternoon after being as it was a not advertised for that afternoon. It was supposed to be a Friday night card, so he was really pleased with the turnout. Talked on the other program about on August 1st at Scioto Downs. So we hope that you guys will come and bring your kids to Scioto Downs. It's going to be a family night there. They're going to have a Name the Foal contest, which I think will be really fun. They're having corgi races, bouncy house, I think a petting zoo, and OHHA will be there with a horseshoe decorating event that you can do. We'll provide everything. You just have to come and make your horseshoe look pretty. That can be for adults or kids, but we also we believe that Willie Winnett is going to be there, and he'll be there greeting all the kids. And you can join our Backstretch Buddies group for young kids up to through 12 years old. We have the Backstretch Buddies, and the kids have been getting a lot of stuff in the mail. We also we'll have our new website is going to be up soon, and we'll have activities on the website for kids. And we also have a brand new youth membership. So anybody from 13 to 17 can be our youth member. And there is the Backstretch Buddies is free, but the youth member, there is a $10 cost. But a lot of activities we're trying to get a bunch of kids together on that night on Saturday, August 1st, and kind of have a group activity. We'll take you into the paddock for a tour so you can see behind the scenes, and also up to the judges' stand so you can see everything that goes on that normally you wouldn't get to see if you just went to the races. So a fun night on August 1st. It is also State Fair races. State Fair races, I believe, are Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of that week. So it'd be the 30th, the 31st of July, and August 1st. And those races are the first jewel in the Triple Crown. So the Triple Crown in Ohio consists of the State Fair races, then the Breeders' Championships, which are held at Delaware, and then we have the Ohio Sire Stakes Championship. So those three make up the Breeders' Crown. It's harder than you think to win all three. It really is. It's quite an accomplishment when people race, when a horse wins all three. So looking forward to that. They're still trying to give away stuff. JD's keeping us up to speed on what's happening at Scioto. We've got a lot of. We have the 4 Grand Circuit races going for $100,000 a piece, and we've got some Buckeye Stallion Series races. So, got lots going on tonight. We got the camera right at that. So you want that red, white, and blue cooler, Chris?
No.
No? Too big?
I have so many coolers.
Oh, do you?
It's unbelievable.
Oh.
Like my family has a cooler fetish or something.
Oh.
I don't know.
Got coolers for everything, huh?
Yeah, and we don't. I mean.
And you don't use them?
They don't go camping.
Oh.
That's fishing. Okay,
Fishing.
once in a great while, but.
It looks like we've got 5 horses out.
No one wants this cooler.
No. They must have lost their ticket or something.
Or they left.
Yeah, yes, could be. Could be.
Are those giant tires in the infield there?
They kind of look like it, but they're really huge if they are.
Almost looks like a hot tub.
Yeah. Maybe during the monster truck, so you can watch from the hot tub.
Yeah. Or for the campers.
Yeah. Lots of campers here. They just finished adding 30 new full-service spots. So I'm assuming that full service means electricity and sewer. Water, sewer, and electricity, I would guess, would mean full service. But
I don't know what full service. I've never heard that term. And
yeah,
as far as camping,
it's the only
electricity. Okay, that's primitive. Is where you don't have anything.
Yeah. And water. Water's good.
Zero 5.
Still waiting on that 6th horse, but I think we're going to parade without him.
What I really want is the bistro set.
Oh, really? A bistro set? So like
It's
a
a
table?
3-piece, yeah.
Oh,
So 2 chairs and a table.
that would be nice.
We could use that pop-up tent.
We could.
Bring that along.
Yep, that would be nice to have, because you never know.
Right. It's just one more thing we have to carry.
Yeah. Just as good for the sun as it is for the rain.
Right.
We'll be going to Hilliard on Monday, is it? You go to Hilliard, right?
Monday, I think at noon.
Yeah.
And
then 4.
Is it 4 or 5?
I think, one of those two. Well, they always provide a tent for us. Kip.
I think we have 9 and 9.
Oh, is it that?
Or 8 and 8. It's below 10.
Yeah.
And then Carrollton Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a double.
Double.
Washington Courthouse Wednesday.
That is the call to post for race 4. A trophy presented in memory of Terry Bennett. 3-year-old filly trotters per $7,225. 1 broomsticks, David Young II. 2, Tango L, Hank Levan. 3 is MJ's Bunny Money, Clayton Pfeiffer. 4 is Ariana Range, Ty Van Roden. 5, Lost in Hollywood, driver change, Carson Conrad. And the 6, Ruby's Creme Brulee, Alex Hawk in the sulky. That's the field, race number 4, Carson Conrad on 5.
This race is presented in memory of Terry Bennett, our good friend who we lost this last year unexpectedly, and I think her entire family is here with kids and grandchildren, and we said we had a race named after her during the afternoon card, and you said half the grandstand spilled out to go over to the winner's circle, so nice tribute to Terry. We miss her a lot. Broomsticks and David Young II from the rail for trainer and owner and breeder Philip Swatzel. It's an Enterprise filly out of a Triumphant Caviar mare, Witchy. Now starts this year. Did have a qualifying race at Scioto Downs where she trotted in 2-1 and 2, but before that hadn't started since Old Washington last year. Tango L and Hank Levan from the 2-hole. Hank, of course, trains for Levan Stables, R. Levan, M. Levan, and R. Werner. This was a Ready for Money filly out of a Trixton mare, Lucky Charms and Tricks. Was a $5,500 purchase at the Buckeye Classic sale. Has had 2 wins this year. Marion and Ottawa. Ottawa was 2-2 and 3, and Marion 2-4. But also has 2 seconds and 3 thirds for earnings of over $13,000 already this year. MJ's Bunny Money and Clayton Pfeiffer from the 3-hole for trainer Doyle Bross. Doyle's also the owner, and his wife Mary Jo Reenie Bross, the breeder. This horse had 2 starts as a 2-year-old, and this will be his first 3-year-old start. And he had a lot of breaks last year in those 2 starts, so I'm sure Doyle has been working on that. Getting her over that, I should say. Ariana Range and Ty Van Roden from the 4-hole. Ty is also the trainer and co-owns this in-range filly along with Scott Rooks. It's out of an Angus Hall mare, Ariana Hall. A Buckeye Classic sale purchased for $6,000 as a yearling. 3 starts back, finished 3rd at Circleville. But 2 starts back was at Scioto Downs in a non-winners of 1 and trotted her mile in 59 flat. Lost in Hollywood, changed the driver to Carson Conrad for Charlie Conrad, B. Mattingly, Conrad, Leeson, and Conrad, an Enterprise filly out of a Father Patrick mare. 3 starts this year, no starts as a 2-year-old. It's had a couple of one nice qualifier at Miami Valley early in 2-2 and 4, and Ruby's Creme Brulee and Alex Hawk from the 2nd tier for John Hochstetler. This is a Volstead. It's had 9 starts this year, has not hit the board yet.
MJ's Money Bunny was on a break. The others are off and trotting. Going out there looking for the lead, Tango L. Ariana Range is there in second as they move around the turn. Ruby's Creme Brulee is in third. Over there trotting fourth and off stride, Lost in Hollywood. These filly trotters, they do run. They do run as they move on into the backstretch. And the leader, Tango L. Ariana Range is there in second. Ruby's Creme Brulee in third. Further on back to Lost in Hollywood. Then it's Broomsticks and MJ's Bunny Money. Opening quarter 31-2. On into the turn they go. And the leader, Tango L. Tango L and Hank Levan lead the way. In their second is Ariana Range. It's Ruby's Creme Brulee in third. Further back fourth, Lost in Hollywood. As they drive off the turn and travel down here to the half. Then it's Broomsticks and the distant MJ's Bunny Money. Rolling down here to the half. And out there with the lead, it is Tango L. On to the outside, Ruby's Creme Brulee. Ariana Range is in their third, the half 103-1. On into the turn they go. The leader remains Tango L. They're in second, Ariana Range on the outside. Ruby's Creme Brulee in third. Further back fourth, Lost in Hollywood. Further back yet is Broomstick, and way back to MJ's Bunny Money as they continue on to the 3/4 mile mark of the race. And Tango L has the lead now by 3.5 lengths. It's a Ruby's Creme Brulee on the outside second, 1:34 the 3/4 time. Inside, Ariana Range in third as they move around the turn to the top of the stretch. And the leader, Tango L. Tango L does turn first by 6. In their second, Ruby's Creme Brulee. Then it's Ariana Range and Lost in Hollywood, but it's all Tango L. Hank Levan beating up on him here. Tango L will win. Ruby's Creme Brulee finishing second. Lost in Hollywood got up for third. Time of the mile, 2:05-1.
$2:05-1, so last half in 1:02. Tango L. I think Hank Levan likes Wellston. He is doing really well here.
Where is his home track?
Woodstock,
I
believe. I'm not sure
Ohio?
where that is. Yeah, Woodstock, Ohio. He has a farm. He used to, for a while, he trained at Marysville, and I know that they built a place. So Woodstock, Ohio. He had 6 horses in. Had 6 horses in this afternoon and 6 in tonight. So. Lots of horses to race. Yeah. Terry Bennett family going out to the winner's circle.
So this would be LOB.
LOB.
Lots of Bennetts.
Lots of Bennetts, yeah. Very true.
After winning race number 4, the 2, Tango L. 3-year-old brown filly by Ready for Money. Out of Lucky Charms. In Tricks by Trixton. Oh My Levan stables are Levan, M. Levan, R. Weiner. Hank Levan trains, and Hank Levan gets the winning drive again. Time of the mile, 2:05-1 for Hank Levan. That is 5 training wins. That is 6 driving wins already on today here in Wellston, Ohio. Hank Levan loves Jackson County. 6 driving wins here on the doubleheader card so far. This one presented in memory of Terry Bennett. Terry Bennett with her untimely passing earlier this year. She was a big supporter of harness racing. Not only here in Jackson, but all over the state of Ohio. She spearheaded the construction of the Oak Hill FFA Winner's Circle and is a friendly face I will sure miss in the grandstands all over the state of Ohio. This one in memory of Terry Bennett. Judges find no reason for placing. Broomsticks was 5th. Tango L, the race winner. MJ's Bunny Money was 6th. Ariana Range 4th. Lost in Hollywood 3rd. Ruby's Creme Brulee was 2nd. 5-1-6, 4-3-2, 31-2, 103-1, 134, 205-1. Upcoming 5th race. Let's bring them on the track for race 5, a field of 6. We have Carson Conrad driving the 3. Carson Conrad on 3. A field of 6 needed for the upcoming 5th race. Let's bring them out for race 5.
So we just have one change to let you know about in the 5th race is that Carson Conrad, not Charlie Conrad, will be driving the 3 Landman. So the 2-year-old colt and gelding pace. This is the race that has 4 divisions. So they're still going for a purse of $4,188, which is a nice purse. We'll be back to take a look at these horses in a few minutes.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Okay, welcome back to the Jackson County Fair, where Chris is going to be momentarily distracted because his bistro set is up. So he's looking to win that bistro set. Do you have a little balcony you can put that on? Oh, he can't hear me. Do you have a little balcony for your bistro set there?
I have a back porch.
Okay. Well,
This is my only chance. I've been so close on all my numbers. I don't know if you've experienced the same thing, but it's like it's the same numbers, but they're not in the right order.
Yeah. Lots of people playing tonight. They're getting those. How did you get the tickets when you walked in?
I have connections.
Oh, okay. I see.
No, Gemini, we asked Chris if we can get some tickets, or how we get tickets.
How we get tickets,
and he gave us some.
Oh, that's nice. Jim Ashman is our photo finish guy today, working for Lynn Scott Photography. It's the photo finish guy. You think, but boy, when you need him really badly. So it's always good to have the photo finish. We always think of the photo finish as just the guy who decides who was first or second or third and fourth or something like that. But it's really the biggest thing that the photo finish does besides that is figure out exactly how fast those horses went. So, because that's extremely important if you want to go race at Scioto or Northfield Park, Hoosier Park, wherever you want to go, you need to have a certain time. And unless you have that charted line with that time, then you have to go there and qualify. So, very important that our photo finish guy is accurate.
There's still a chance.
There is.
I'm going to...
1, 2, 3 for the 3-piece bistro set.
9, 1, 2, 3 at the end. Somebody said that those big tires are...
Oh, cool. Somebody responded to me?
Yes. Off of one of those dump trucks.
Okay.
But I thought somebody gave a specific name of the dump truck.
That's
Titan dump truck.
a very accurate description.
Must be a big one. Janet said, nice tribute to Terry Graham Bennett. She is smiling and glad Hank Levan won her blanket. I think you're exactly right. She would be really pleased that Hank got the blanket. We talked about this afternoon how they're keeping really good care of the track. They are watering it and dragging it after every race, so they're really doing a really good job. I think that probably the water that we had in between kind of helped solidify the track a little bit too. Fastest race of the day was Arbin in 58-2. Got the Signature Series trot this time, and the Signature Series pace was this afternoon. And we got kids coming down to pet the Outrider horse. That's always nice to see. They are loving that horse. Looks like we got 3 of the 6 out. Oh, maybe 4. One down in the last turn. Seems like the air has really changed here. It's not so humid anymore since that rain came through. Oh, now there's more kids down at this end hoping that the Outrider will let them pet her horse.
Can I go pet the horse?
Yeah. I don't think I could make it over to the camera if I had to.
Okay.
There's so many wires and stuff. I'd have to go all the way down and all the way back up.
Well, you did this before at Canfield, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. That was a disaster. Actually, once I got everything hooked up,
yes,
it wasn't so bad.
It's not bad.
It's the hooking up stuff. For goodness sakes, there's...
Right. Well, that, and then there's so many variables. If one thing goes wrong, it's like...
Yeah.
Okay. now I got to restart the whole thing or whatever, you know.
Yeah, this is not an easy job running this whole thing. I don't know how you guys all do it. And like we talked about this afternoon, there's so many different things that can go wrong, and you have to know, like, if this goes wrong, you have 5 options of what to do.
Right. And something changes every year, so it's like
Yes.
I have to learn, oh, okay, that's how I fix that.
Yeah.
Here are the horses on the track for race 5. 2-year-old Colt and Gelding Pacers, a purse $4,188. Trophy by Gas and Stuff. Carson Conrad on 3. 1 VH Legendary Trick, Chris Presley. 2 Mo's a Honk and Derek Wadaker. 3 Landman, driver change, Carson Conrad. 4 is RL Tuck Sumaru. With John Raynard. 5, Catching L, Hank Levan. And the 6, Suma Delight, Alex Hawk, is in the sulky. That's the field for the 5th race, Carson Conrad on 3.
Okay, let's take a look at the horses in this race. The second division of the 2-year-old Colt Pace. We have 4 divisions tonight. VH Legendary Trick, Chris Presley up for Tim Van Horn. Tim is the trainer, owner, and breeder. This is a bit of a legend N out of a Jackie's Cam mare, Blue Rock Trixie. Just 2 starts. On years, had a couple of qualifiers. Qualified at Scioto Downs, finished 3rd. Very first time behind the gate in 2 minutes and 3/5. And then went to Circleville and made a couple of breaks. Back to the qualifying ranks, were qualified in 1:56. And then Northfield in a race finished 3rd in 59-1. So 2 starts on the year, 1 third. This was as we said, Tim Van Horn owns, trains, and drives. Owns, trains, and bred. Mo's a Hunk, Derek Wadaker up for David H. Miller and Danny Ray Hostetler. This is a summa cum laude colt out of a Rock and Roll Hanover mare, Maureen Rocks. Purchased at the Buckeye Blooded Horse sale for $14,500. Did have a nice qualifier up at Northfield a few weeks back, just about 2 weeks ago. Finished 4th, but was timed in 2-1 flat last quarter in 29-4. Landman changed the driver to Carson Conrad for trainer Steve Carter. Jay Mossberger, M.S.M. Carter, and P.W. Skinner, the owners. Midland Acres, the breeder. So sold at the Ohio Selected Sale for $13,000. 2 qualifiers, both of those at Scioto Downs. Qualified in 1:58 flat and then 1:57-1. Raced at Wilmington, finished 2nd, just back by a neck in 1:59. Okay, RL's Tux Sumaru. John Raynard drives and trains. Neil Least is the owner and breeder. Neil Least and John Raynard. This is a summa cum laude out of an I'm Gorgeous mare, I'm Flying Fire. This horse has had 2 qualifying starts, both at Scioto Downs. First one finished 5th, but paced in 58-4, and the second one finished 3rd in that qualifier, but paced in 57-2, last quarter 28-3. That very first qualifier, his colt really came home good. As I said, he went in 58-4, but came home in 27-3. They did ask Chris Presley to come back in front of the grandstand, so I don't know if they're gonna. He can do that. Catching L and Hank Levan from the outside, the 5-hole. Hank is also the trainer for Levan Stamos, Dharmafall Racing, and Megan Levan. A $15,000 yearling purchase. This is a Catch the Fire out of Shadow Play mare, DG's Shadows Bell. 4 starts on the year and 1 third-place finish. That was at Paulding, the very first fair of the year. And Summa Delight. Alex Hawk drives for Brian Roebuck, trainer, and William Hart, the owner. Another summa cum laude out of a Better's Delight mare, Caesar's Delight. blooded horse sale purchase for $6,000. Had a qualifier and a start at Circleville. He finished 4th, timed in 2:08 and 2.
They're off into pacing and going out there. Landman looks for the lead. VH Legendary Trick is there in second as they move around the turn. Right there is Suma Delight in third. Mo's a Hunk is there in fourth. RL Tuck, Suma Maru is next, and the trailer Catching L. As they move on into the backstretch, and Landman and Carson Conrad is out there and on top. They're all nose to helmet, though. They're in single file. Landman is on the point. They're in second. VH Legendary Trick. In their third is Suma Delight. The quarter, a back down 31. On into the turn they go, and now off stride, Suma Delight. Taking over the third spot, Mo's Hunk. Moving up a spot is RL Tuck, Suma Maru. Then it is Catching L and a back down pacing Suma Delight. Driving down here to the halfway mile mark of the race, and the leader is Landman. They're in second. VH Legendary Trick threatened there from the pocket, but it's Landman who is the leader. VH Legendary Trick is their second. The half 1:05 and 1. So it is a Landman who just absolutely applied the brakes in that second quarter. There in second is VH Legendary Trick. In their third is Mo's a Honk as they're into the backstretch on their way to three quarters. Landman, the leader. VH Legendary Trick has had enough, and Presley is now popped to the outside. VH Legendary Trick is trying to pace by Landman. They go by three quarters, 1:36 and 1. In and around the final turn, VH Legendary Trick. Landman is desperate to battle at the rail. They're right there together as they come to the top of the stretch. Off the rail, VH Legendary Trick turns first. Landman battles back on the inside. VH Legendary Trick. Landman comes back, and Landman has the lead. Landman gets the win. VH Legendary Trick. Mo's a Hunk is third. Time of the mile, 2:06.
They certainly did pick it up that second half. And finishing here, Suma Delight just can't get his gait back. Just been running a lot. Looked like VH Legendary Trick when he popped the pocket. He was just going to go right on by, but boy, that Landman was pretty tough. We talked about earlier, Landman had a couple of qualifiers that sailed downs, really nice qualifiers on 58 seconds flat last quarter in 29.3 and 57 and 1 last quarter in 29 and 3. Don't forget, if you need a program, go to harnessracingohio.com and you'll be able to download your program. We're only on the 5th. We've got 11 tonight, so plenty of time to get your program. Carson Conrad coming back to the winner's circle with Landman. Maybe he's not going to have a picture. He's going, it looks like he's headed back to the barn. No, yeah, it looks like they're going to take a Yep. Landman is leaving the track.
Carson Conrad, please report to the winner's circle. Carson Conrad, please report to the winner's circle.
I'll have to go out one gate and back in the other gate, looks like. So we are waiting for Landman and Carson Conrad to make their way back to the winner's circle. Unofficially, I had VH Legendary Trick, you're finishing second, and Moza Hunk finishing third. But I don't know, they have made that official. So 3-1-2 is official.
VH Legendary Trick was second, Moza Honk third, Landman the winner. RL Tuck Suma Maru was fourth, Catching L fifth, Suma Delight sixth. 2-3-1, 4-5-6, 31, 105-1, 136-1, 206.
So there are your results for race number 5. Race number 6 coming up, the second division of the 2-year-old colt trotters.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out, Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Use code FAIR26 and receive $10 off your next order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at OHHA.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
Hey kids, we invite you to join the Backstretch Buddies Club, a fun and free club for kids 12 and under who love horses and wants to be a part of harness racing in Ohio. Once you've signed up, you will be able to join Willie Winnett in exciting adventures and receive awesome surprises. Sign up today using the QR code.
Okay, welcome back. We just heard Samantha Mayhew talking about Backstretch Buddies. We were talking about that earlier. Just a great fun activity for kids. They get a lot of things in the mail. They get a birthday card from Willie Winnett. It's really, really fun for little kids. And they also are learning something about harness racing. We had a coloring contest not too long ago where the kids designed their own colors and they put it up on. We had a Facebook challenge, and everybody voted, and the winning picture had like 300 likes on it, so a lot of people thought that was kind of cool that the kids were drawing their own colors. So it's just a fun thing to do. And as I said, that is a free membership, and if you are already a Backstretch Buddy and you come on August 1st to Scioto Downs, you're going to get a free T-shirt. And if you are not a Backstretch Buddy, you can sign up that night and get your T-shirt. We've got a really cute T-shirt with Willie Winnett on the front. So it's just a fun thing. If you are already a Backstretch Buddy, make sure you bring your membership card to the track with you at Scioto. And like I said, if you're not, you can sign up right there. She won your bistro set.
Bummer.
Maybe you can trade her something.
Some of the equipment?
Yeah. Gotta be something here we're not using, isn't there?
I'm sure that bistro set doesn't cost that much.
Yeah, true. We got lots of horses warming up.
All right. We can do the wagon. There's a wagon.
Is there?
Mm-hmm. Fold-up wagon,
Fold-up
which
wagon.
would be great for this
That
equipment.
would be.
Or we could do the canopy.
So they have not given away the canopy/tent yet.
And I do not need a TV.
Nobody ever says that.
I have so many TVs.
Do you?
I store all my TVs in my coolers.
Well, they are certainly keeping the people engaged here with all this stuff that they're giving away. I see horses coming out on the track. Yeah, I see the number 2 horse coming, Beautiful Wise, trained by Brian Haynes, and you can always tell Brian's horses by all the orange that they have on. They always have orange hoods on and orange equipment, orange bridles, orange overchecks, orange lines, everything. Very easy to pick out. Used to be the only color they made harnesses was in black. Everybody just had a black harness, and then people, when simulcasting came about, people said, well, they couldn't tell their horse one from the other, so people started making colored bridles and colored headstalls, the hoods and so forth, so that they could find their horse in a pack on the TV. So that was kind of what started all the colors, and now it's just crazy. All the different colors that they have.
What do they make them out of? Is it like a polyester, like a strong?
The harnesses
braid?
are made out of something called biothane.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's they used to be all leather,
Right.
but boy, that was hard to take care of. So this stuff, you just hose it off and wash it with some soap, and you're done. If you got in the mud years and years ago with a leather halter, you were there all night cleaning it up, because
Really?
you couldn't leave especially with the limestone and so forth, you couldn't leave that on the harness. So you had to get it all cleaned off, then you had to wait until it dried up, and then you had to oil it. So it was a lot of work, those leather harnesses. I don't even know if they sell them anymore. Show horses still wear them. The fancy show horses still have leather.
Does the OHHA have a museum?
Not yet. Not yet.
Mark this day. It was my idea.
Mm-hmm. It is. I think that's a wonderful idea. The only, there's the National Harness Racing Museum in Goshen, New York, which is just a great place to go.
We need our own.
We need our own. You're right. You are right.
Here are the horses for race 6, sponsored by Jackson County Browns backers. 2-year-old colt and gelding trotters. 1 is Dublin's Omar and Alex Hawk. 2, Beautiful Eyes, gets trotting hobbles, gets Christian Myers. 3, Dobby Duell and Hank Levan. 4 is Long Gone Attaboy, Carson Conrad. 5, Sugar Snap, Derek Wadaker. And the 6, Candyland ATM, driver change, Chris Presley in the sulky. That is the field for race 6. Christian Myers on 2, Chris Presley on 6, Trotting Hopples on the 2. Add Trotting Hopples also to the 6.
Okay, from the rail out, we have Dublin's Omar. Alex Hawk drives for trainer Mike Sowers and owner Richard Owings. This is a $7,000 purchase at the Ohio Selected Sale. A Coach K Hanover out of a Cadabra mare, Rose Run Roxanne. This horse is making its very first lifetime start. Another first starter, is Beautiful Lies. Christian Myers drives for trainer Brian Haynes and owner Carrie Hess. This is a Marseille colt out of a cash haul mare, Dazzling Dollars, and as we said, first lifetime start. Doobie Doo L, Hank Levan up. Hank's also the trainer for Levan Stables. Dharmafall Racing and Megan Levan was a $15,000 purchase as a yearling. Has had 4 starts this year, 1 win and 1 second. That win was at Ottawa in 2-2-1. Also won a qualifier at Scioto in 2 minutes and 2/5. Long Gone Attaboy, Carson Conrad up for Charlie Conrad. Carson Conrad owns along with Theory Hensley. This is a Quattro di Julio out of an SJ's Caviar mare, Atta Girl Hanover. A $10,000 purchase at the Buckeye Classic sale. Has been behind the gate 3 times, 2 qualifiers, both of those at Scioto Downs. First one was in 2-4 and 2, and he went to Circleville and finished 4th in 2:19 and 3, and then back at Scioto for another qualifier in 2-4 and 2. Sugar Snap and Derek Wadaker from the 4-hole for David H. Miller. Marty M. Troyer, the owner and breeder of this Rich Image colt. It's out of a cash haul mare, Sugaree. First time behind the gate. And Candyland ATM, Chris Presley up for Rashawn Trigg. Edward Earl Thomas from Brandor, Mississippi, the owner. This is a Centurion ATM out of a Sebastian K.S. mare, Habanero K. First time behind the gate was a $5,000 purchase at the Buckeye Classic sale. So a couple changes in your program. The 2 and the 6 both have trotting hobbles for the first time. And Christian Myers drives the 2 and Chris Presley drives the 6.
Starters called in for 6. Horses approach the starting gate. Purse $7,500 trophy by Jackson County Browns backers as they come to the top of the stretch. And here they come. Candyland ATM on a break. Sugar Snap on a break. The others are off and trotting. Going out looking for the lead, long time Attaboy. Dobby Duell is on the outside. Towards the rail is Dublin's Omar. As they move around the turn, an early 4th, Beautiful Eyes now losing stride, long time Attaboy. On into the backstretch they go. Dublin's Omar leads the way. Dobby Duell is there in second. Back down trotting is long time Attaboy. Along the inside, Beautiful Eyes. Further on back to Sugar Snap and Candyland ATM. They go to the opening quarter here in 34 and 1. Dublin's Omar leads the way. On the outside, second, long time Attaboy. Along the inside, Dobby Duell in third. In there to be 4th comes Beautiful Eyes. As they swing around the turn and come down here to the halfway mile mark of the race, and the leader is Dublin's Omar. in their second. Long time attaboy. It is a Dobby Duell in third. Over their fourth, Beautiful Eyes, as they went here by the half in 107-2. In their next is a Sugar Snap and Candyland ATM. They circle the turn and move into the backstretch. And a losing stride now, Dobby Duell. So out there and with the lead, it is Dublin's Omar. Off stride again, long-time attaboy. Claiming the second spot now is Beautiful Eyes. Long-time attaboy is back down trotting, so is Dobby Duell. As they continue on to 3/4, and Dublin's Omar has the lead in $140. Around the final turn, Dublin's Omar is on top. Beautiful Eyes is there in second. Over their third, long-time attaboy. Moving around the turn to the top of the stretch, Dublin's Omar does turn with the lead. Beautiful Eyes now pops to the outside. Dublin's Omar. Beautiful Eyes is there in second. It's Dublin's Omar. Dublin's Omar to win. Beautiful Eyes finishing second. Longtime attaboy is third. Time of the mile, 2:13.3.
Well, the only horse in the race that did not make a break was Dublin's Omar, your winner for Alex Hawk and trainer Mike Sowers. Richard Owings, the owner. A Coach K Hanover out of a Cadabra mare. Just a $7,000 purchase at the Ohio Selected sale. As you said, a couple of these horses made multiple breaks in the mile, but Dublin's Omar just kept right on trotting. First time behind the gate, and here comes long gone attaboy coming by.
Into the winner's circle after winning race number 6. It's the one Dublin's Omar, a 2-year-old bay-gooded son of Coach K Hanover. From Rose Run Roxanne by Cadabra, owned by Richard Owings. Mike Sowers trains Alex Hawk, the winning driver. First start, first win, lifetime mark for Dublin's Omar, 2:13.3. This one trophy by Jackson County Browns backers. So this one's sponsored by the Jackson County Browns backers. Here will be a question here for you. Why do the Browns fans usually switch to brownies by the end of the game? It's because they're sick of the turnovers. Dublin's Omar was the winner. Beautiful Eyes second. Dobby Duell was fourth. Longtime attaboy third. Sugar Snap fifth. Candyland ATM was sixth. 1, 2, 4, 3, 5, 6 on the bottom. 34-1, 107-2, 140, 213-3. Race 7 is next. 7th race put Carson Conrad on the 5. Field of 6 for the upcoming 7th race. Bring them out for race 7.
We've been seeing that little baby in the winner's circle whenever Alex is in there, so we're pretty sure it has something to do with Alex Hawk, but we haven't got any confirmation about that yet. So if anybody knows what that tiny baby is a tiny baby, let us know. Seventh race coming up is the third division of the 2-year-old Colt Pacers. One change. The 5-horse will not be driven by Charlie Conrad, but will be driven by Carson Conrad. So with that, we're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back with these 2-year-old colts.
Hickory Lane Farm is proud to have bred or produced 3 Dan Patch champions over the last 3 years. Located in Findlay, Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm bred and sold world champion It's Academic. We also co-bred and sold sophomore Breeders' Crown winner Yo Tilly. Our stallion In Range set new sales records at the 2025 jug sale and is the sire of Set Your Sights High, who was last season's Dan Patch 2-year-old trotting filly. Find your next champion at the Hickory Lane Farm consignment.
Do you love horses and the outdoors? There are hundreds of immediate openings across Ohio for caretakers and grooms. Work with these beautiful animals every day. Health insurance, vision care, prescription benefits, and a retirement plan are available to those that qualify. Help care for these beautiful animals. Immediate openings across Ohio. For more information, visit OhioHorseJobs.com. That's OhioHorseJobs.com.
Okay, we're back here at Jackson County Fair in Wellston. It's just a beautiful night here. They are giving away so many prizes. It's incredible. Between every race, they're giving away a prize or two, so it's really nice for everybody that's here to. And they're nice prizes. They're like bistro sets and coolers and tents and pickleball things, pickleball games. Just really a lot of nice things that they're giving out.
All of these things are in my Amazon cart right now.
And you're just waiting to delete some of them because you want to take it home. Yeah. Just wants one thing. Oh, now a nice cart.
A nice cart to haul all of our stuff.
Yeah. I have one of those for OHHA, but my wheels are ready to fall off.
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, I don't know if that's going to, maybe there's a weight limit on that.
Yes, there are. They come in, I know that for sure. They come in different sizes, different capacities.
Okay.
And sometimes I stuff mine too full, and that's why the wheels are coming off.
They just go out to the side?
Yes, there's a whole bunch of screws that hold it together, and one by one the screws are dropping out. So
yikes.
Pretty soon it's going to just crash someday. But they are handy. You see so many people coming into the paddock with them. To get all their stuff. You know, they can throw just about everything in there.
Definitely at Dayton.
Yeah.
I see them parked next to the stalls.
Yep. A lot of them are coming. Maybe we're going to... Oh, good. Chris is coming out to talk to us.
To apologize for not winning.
Oops. What's that? No, we're set for you live. So we got, it's for you. Yep.
It's for me.
It's for you. Chris Wall's here.
There we go.
Glad you could join us again tonight.
Oh yes, I'm glad we got. After that torrential downpour, you never know what's going to happen.
It did kind of come down a lot, didn't it?
I think it tightened the track up pretty good.
Yes. I was saying that same thing a little while ago. I think it's just track seems to be just in great shape.
Oh yeah. We had the one sub 2 minute.
Yep.
Race earlier today and a couple right on 2 minutes.
Yes.
So
yeah.
For a fair track, I think that's pretty good.
That is absolutely. Oh, yeah. Somebody wants to know if they can jump down onto the track to get their shoe.
Yeah.
Quit taking your shoes off.
Yes.
That-
Yeah.
So we talked earlier this afternoon about what a nice turnout you have, and the crowd tonight is great again.
Really? I just had a lady scan. We got about 200 in the grandstand tonight.
Wow.
Right. Just about a half an hour ago, but
Yeah.
everybody's coming and going, so there's probably more than that here tonight, and a good crowd on the backstretch over there.
Yes, yeah, you forget about that under that big old tree, there's a lot of people that sit there, aren't there, and all over the place.
That's a yearly event for them.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's so nice. So we were trying to discuss, you said that your new camping spots were, what was the word you used? Not all purpose, but
Full service.
full service. So what is full service
Full
include?
service is you got electric, you got water, and you got sewer.
Okay, that's what we were thinking, but we
Yes.
wanted to double check with you.
Oh, yeah. And
That's really nice.
Yes, and the ones that we added this year was 50 amp, which accommodates the very large campers.
Oh, okay.
And our sites was built long enough that you could pull your truck in, unhook your camper, pull your truck up 5 feet, and you still got a place to park.
Oh gosh, the big
Absolute
spaces
big
then.
spaces.
That's really nice. That's really nice. We also talked earlier today about what this place was in the beginning, and it was a dairy farm.
A dairy farm, yes.
A driving park dairy farm.
Driving
That's
park dairy.
very interesting. And the guy that had it in the early 1900s actually built this track.
Yes, yep.
So it's amazing that it's been here for that long.
Oh, yeah, this is our 171st Jackson County Fair this year.
It is. Oh my
Yes.
gosh! Wow, that's amazing. And a kudos to you guys for keeping it going for all this.
Oh, yes.
All this time.
Yeah.
What a great. And do you have a big 4-H contingent? You have a lot of 4-H kids.
Yeah, we
FFA?
have between 4-H FFA, we're pushing about 600 kids this year.
Wow.
That's not including the little clover buds that we
Okay.
have. Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot. It sometimes when you look at your fairgrounds, yeah. How many acres do you have about? Do you know, in your fairgrounds?
I'd say, probably close to 50 or 60 acres
60?
total.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said at one point that this was a stop, the dairy farm. The buildings that were there were a stop on the Underground Railroad.
Yes, Underground Railroad.
how-
There's a lot of history that sits actually in Jackson County, from the 1800s to
Wow.
1800s. We've got some in the southern end of the county. There is a Welsh cemetery.
Oh.
In there where the Welsh moved into Oak Hill, which is actually about 20 minutes south here of Wellston.
Okay.
There is also some old iron furnaces.
Oh my gosh.
Still not in operation, but still exist.
Still exist.
People can go and visit, and take pictures and so forth.
Wow. Well, that's neat. I love to go to fairs and find out that there's so much more to this area than, the fairs are great, but there's so much more to these areas. Like a stop on the Underground Railroad. Who would have ever thought that?
And actually, too, probably about 25 minutes from here, the Morgan's Raiders, back in the 1700s, they traveled this area within just a few miles of the fairgrounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if somebody comes to the fair and has a couple of good days at the fair, there's a lot of other things that they can do around here.
Yes. We have a state park just right in the edge of Vinton County within 10 minutes from here.
Oh.
Nice big lake, swimming area.
Wow.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff actually to do in Jackson County.
Yeah. So you can come here, have an all-service or all-purpose camping spot.
Yes.
And then you can do lots of things here. It sounds
Yes.
sounds absolutely great. Tell us again what the acts are, the entertainment are that you're going to have.
Entertainment. Well, tomorrow, starting at 3 o'clock, is our truck and tractor pulls. We moved them from middle of the week last year to Sunday because they said they could bring in a lot more pullers on Sunday because they're not working. A lot of them would have to rush, get their trailers, and head down. They got 3 and 4 hour trips to get here.
Okay.
So then on Monday we have Diamond J Rodeo right here at 7 p.m. Tuesday we have our monster trucks that are here. Bigfoot will be the the main
Headliner.
truck headliner. Yes, that's right.
Wow.
Then on Wednesday night is our country music night here. We have Alex Miller from Nashville.
Oh.
He was on the American Idol. He is a national FFA alumni.
Oh, gosh.
He's a lot to do with farming and so forth. He's from Lancaster, Kentucky, down around Berea, Kentucky.
Okay.
He's
Wow.
actually opened up for Trace Adkins, Alabama, Hank Jr.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
So
That's pretty. Your grandstand will be packed that night, I'll bet.
We are hoping, because
Yeah.
he is actually just came back from Norway for a week's tour in Norway.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Then
Wow.
we have a band from Pennsylvania, Michael Christopher and Coastal Country. They do a lot of songs, country songs about the beach and just all different things. So, and it looks like the weather's going to be great that night at about 80 degrees and sunny.
Kind of perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then Thursday, Friday night here at the grandstand is our motocross races.
Okay.
Those 2 nights. Then we kick off or end the fair on Saturday with our demolition derby.
Okay. Wow. Well, we're going to go to the post parade with Ayers.
Here are the horses for the 7th race. 1, Oh My Dragon with Brady Clemens. 2, Some Creek Somewhere, Alex Hawk. 3, Moondance Mickey, Clayton Pfeiffer. 4, RL's Bugs Morin with John Raynard. 5, BT Beckett, driver change Carson Conrad. And the 6 is Romeo Dragon, Chris Presley, in the sulky. That's the field for race number 7, Carson Conrad on 5.
Horse won. He was telling me the other day.
Wow. How neat.
And has the winning picture.
I want to thank Chris Walls for taking the time to come over. He's a busy guy. I see he's either timing associate judge. He's also down here helping with the find people that have won the prizes that they've got. Got a lot of different stuff going on, so we always appreciate the time. So just quickly on the horses, Oh My Dragon with Brady Clemens from the rail for Eric Nesselrod and Ryan Householder. Some Creek Somewhere, Alex Hawk up for John Hostetler. This is a Beech Tree colt. Moondance Mickey and Clayton Pfeiffer from the 3-hole for Dustin Beekman. RL Bugs Moran, John Raynard from the 4, from the 5-hole, BT Beckett and Carson Conrad for Steve Carter. And from the 6-hole, Chris Presley with Romeo Dragon for Brian Robach.
BT Beckett is on a break. The others are off and pacing, and it's My Oh My Dragon trying for the lead. Right there in second, Some Creek Somewhere as they move around the turn. Moving up on the outside then is RL Bugs Moran. In there to be an early fourth is Moondance Mickey. Then we have Romeo Dragon way back trailing. BT Beckett as they circle that turn and move on up the back stretch, and it's RL Bugs Moran. And John Raynard, who has taken the lead. My Oh My Dragon is there in second, looking a bit antsy, 31-2. On into the turn they go. Over there to be third, Some Creek Somewhere. Then we have a Moondance Mickey. Next is Romeo Dragon and the distant BT Beckett. They continue down here off the turn and coming in front of the stands and out there with the lead. RL Bugs Moran there in second. My Oh My Dragon. It's Some Creek Somewhere in third. Pacing in fourth, Moondance Mickey. Then we have Romeo Dragon who's looking to the outside. The half, 105-1. Way back trailing is BT Beckett. They move around the turn and head on into the back stretch. And out there with the lead, it's RL Bugs Moran now popping the pocket. My Oh My Dragon. My Oh My Dragon is trying to be the pocket rocket here and go on to the lead. In there to be second, RL Bugs Moran. It's a Some Creek Somewhere in third. Pacing over there to be fourth is Moondance Mickey, 3/4, 137. They'll pace the turn. They'll head for home, and with the lead, My Oh My Dragon. Further back into second now is Some Creek Somewhere. 3 wide on the outside. Moondance Mickey, and through the stretch they come. My Oh My Dragon has them on top. My Oh My Dragon will win. Some Creek Somewhere finishing second. Moondance Mickey is third.
My Oh My Dragon and Brady Clemens. First lifetime start, first lifetime win.
Time of the mile, 2:07-3.
2:07-3, so came home in 30-3 last quarter. My Oh My Dragon, a Fear the Dragon out of Sherry My Sherry, who is by Rock and Roll Hanover. Ryan Householder from Junction City, Ohio, the owner. Eric Nesselrod, the trainer. Midland Acres, the breeders. Things must be getting a little dusty. Chris has his paintbrush out to wipe off all the dust.
It's useful.
That works really well, doesn't it?
It's better than the cans of air.
Yes. We always think of a lot of these guys that are on the fair boards or the superintendent of speed that this is kind of all they do. But boy, if you're on the fair board, you work hard during this fair week and the weeks leading up to it, and basically all year long. Always trying to do some improvements. A lot of these fairs are smaller and don't have the income that that another fair would, so they have to raise the money. A lot of corporate sponsors. Wellston has done some of our capital fair improvement grants. We've gotten some grants to do some different things around here, so we appreciate that. That's something, if you are on a fair board or if you know somebody that's on it, make sure you tell them about our capital improvement grants. It is a matching funds grant, but it allows you to do some kind of a job, and there's a $10,000 match. And
If you buy Lewis Gilliam Funeral Home, 1 is My Oh My Dragon, a 2-year-old bay-gooded son of Fear the Dragon. At a Sherry My Sherry by Rock and Roll Hanover. Omarion Householder, trained by Eric Nesselrode. Brady Clemens, the winning driver, time of the mile 2:07 and 3. So, My Oh My Dragon, the winner. Some Creek Somewhere, second. Moondance Mickey was third. RL Bugs Moran, fifth. BT Beckett, sixth. Romeo Dragon was fourth. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 4, 31 and 2. 105 and 1. 137, 207 and 3. Eighth race is next. Christian Myers on the 4. Christian Myers on the 4. 3-year-old filly trotters. A field of 5. Bring them out for the 8th.
Okay, so we're going to change in the 8th race. We change that 4 horse to Christian Myers going to drive. And we're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back with the horses in the 8th.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Use code FAIR26 and receive $10 off your next order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Oh, we're back. I was watching the lady with the utility cart because the first one that came down, she had 2 kids, and I thought, well, that's going to be good for her to be hauling stuff around because little kids like to bring a lot of stuff with them. But I went to somebody else, and she had the wrong number. Really is a perfect night here at Wellston, and we've had it so hot the last week or so that this is just
yes,
nice. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep, absolutely, and we sure appreciate everybody that's been joining in and chatting back and forth with us. Somebody asked if we lost sound. I don't believe so.
I hope not.
I hope not. Yep.
Everything's going out.
A couple guys saying they're having a weather delay at Scioto. They must be getting some storms up there.
Well, I'm only seeing one comment about the sound.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask Chris for sure about those big tires, if they were the Titan dump truck tires. And he would probably
and what they're
know.
For, why we have them.
Right. Why do we have such huge tires in the corner? I'm guessing that the tractor and truck pulls are in back of the stage on that long strip of dirt.
Okay.
But then they've got hills and over on in the first turn, so I wonder if they're motocross or something over there.
Yeah, that looks like
lots of.
That looks like fun.
Yeah, until you hit.
Yeah.
You know?
Until you spill.
The going up would be fun, but the coming down, I don't know. I guess they stand up when they come down, right? So that they kind of take the.
So your knees take all the impact.
But they sound like they've got some nice musical acts coming in.
Do they put a stage right on the concrete right in front of us?
Not sure. Mm. We have so many questions for Chris.
I know.
Should just stay here.
And they keep coming.
Yeah.
This could all be added to the OHHA museum. All this information.
All this information. You are right.
You could have a little booth for each fair track.
Whoa, we need a big building then.
A warehouse.
Yeah, we need a warehouse. Yep, you are right. I myself think it's critical that we retain the history. You know, even something as little as when we get a new track record at a fair, I do not delete the old one. You know, because you want that history.
Yeah.
You want to see,
yeah.
Well, who did that in 2007 and who did it in 1987.
How long it took to break that record.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
We just broke a record someplace, and I'm trying to remember where it was, that had been there since 1987. So that's a long time.
And that's significant.
It is. It is important to keep that stuff and retain it. Yeah. I think it's very important.
Well, I'm with you.
All right. I need somebody with me.
Are we the only two?
We are probably the only two, yeah.
No way.
A lot of other people, when I bring it up, they kind of look at me sideways and say, really? I say, yeah.
Well, those are the people who just beat that record.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that are like, you don't need to remember that one.
Right. But it is. Now, who would have ever realized that this was an underground railroad stop, or that they had those
There's tunnels.
iron furnaces? Yeah,
right.
They said there were tunnels. I mean,
and that road is what was it? Driver's Road?
Driving Park
Road. Has nothing to do with golf or horse racing.
Right. It was the Driving Park Dairy.
Right.
Why did they call it the Driving Park Dairy? That would be, and I don't know.
Old man driver.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you, when you make that turn and there's that huge brick house, it looks like it's
yes,
like 3
I love
stories.
that.
Yeah.
Was that a silo in front of the second building? I couldn't tell. It looks like
I didn't notice that.
If you go by it again, there's a building behind it that's also brick, and it looks like there's not a huge silo, but a cylindrical structure in front of the rest of the building.
Oh. So I would suggest to anyone that's looking for something to do next week, you come here to Jackson.
On down.
Yeah. Learn about all the history, do all the stuff. I think you'd have a pretty fun week here in Jackson County.
There's camping.
Yes.
Bring your family.
Full service camping.
Full service camping.
Yeah, it's a nice place. I did get lost coming home from here one time. Badly.
Well, it's a problem when you lose signal in town.
Yeah.
And then it's like it's spinning you in your GPS, and then you're like, okay, wait.
Yep.
And it's dark out. There's no street lights.
There's no lights, yes.
Right. So I'm with you on that.
Yeah. It was.
You're kind of in the middle of nowhere until you hit the highway.
Yes. And it's not that far away, but still, from here to the highway is you can get lost. It was one of those years when we came up from Briarfest, and so drove up here from Lexington, and then tried to find my way home.
And I've done that before, where I had to go to Red Mile.
Yes.
Friday night for a fair Saturday morning and then come back.
Come back here.
So I got a hotel in Kentucky, but it was the most winding, mountainous road just to get over the border. And it took forever, although it wasn't that many miles.
Yeah. Okay, looks like we're going to get ready for the post parade. There's 5 in it. Only one change we know about, and that is Christian Myers is going to drive the 4, 10 times harder.
Here are the horses for race number 8, 3-year-old Filly Trot, sponsored by Jerry's Do-It Center. 1 Heaven's Prize, Derek Wadaker. 2 Dublin's Louise, Alex Hawk. 3 Judy's Mission, Brady Clemens. 4 is 10 times harder, driver change, Christian Myers. And 5, Just the Money, Honey, Parker Smith in the sulky. That's the field for the 8th race. Christian Myers on 4.
We got an answer about another answer about those tires. It says they are for the Terex Titan, the biggest truck ever built. Yeah, that's a lot of rubber. So the 3-year-old Filly Trotter, 2nd Division, Haven's Prize, Derek Wadaker drives for trainer Steve Baker and E. Diane Baker, the owner. A $5,000 purchase at the Buckeye Classic sale. This filly is by Enterprise out of a Carry the Message mare. JJ's Message has just had 1 start. That was at Circleville. Did finish back a ways, but trotted in 2:13. Dublin's Louise and Alex Hawk from the 2-hole for Shelby Cheadle. Richard Owings, the owner. This is another Enterprise filly out of a Cantab Hall mare, Little Havana. A $5,000 purchase from the from the Blooded Horse sale, excuse me. Just 1 start this year. That was at Circleville, but did have 15 starts last year with 3 wins, 4 seconds, and 3 thirds. Earned $26,661. Judy's Mission making her very first lifetime start with Brady Clemens to drive. Phil Swatzel, the trainer, and Judith Moyer, the owner and breeder. This is a Mission accepted out of a Train for the Future mare, Emelina's Future. 10 times harder, and Christian Myers for trainer, owner John Hochsteller. A Muscle Up the Goal filly out of an Explosive Matter mare, I'm the Bomb. Has had 5 starts this year, 1 second. That was just 2 starts back in 59 and 4. Had 12 starts as a 2-year-old. And
starters called in the horses for the 8th race.
And the 5 is Just the Money, Honey. Parker Smith up for Tammy Hartman. Tammy owns and trains. This is a Ready for Money out of an Explosive Matter mare, Just the Way You Are. 1 start as a 2-year-old at Circleville and 1 start as a 3-year-old at Wilmington.
They're off and trotting. 10 times harder is off stride. Losing stride, Dublin's Louise. As they move around the first turn, taking over on top is Judy's Mission. Judy's Mission leads them by 3. Heaven's Prize is there in second. Just the Money, Honey is in third. Moving up into fourth is 10 times harder, and Dublin's Louise is the trailer. They're a bit strung out here as they move on up the back stretch, and out there with the lead, it is Judy's Mission and Brady Clemens out there on top by 2. Heaven's Prize and Derek Wadaker is there in second. Just the Money, Honey is in third. Opening quarter in 33 and 2. On into the turn they go, and out there with the lead, it is Judy's Mission, who's hot to trot by a length and a half. Heaven's Prize is there in second. Just the Money Honey in third. Then we have 10 Times Harder, who's fourth. And looking now to the outside as they come down here in front of the stands, Dublin's Louise has also caught the others. Coming down here in front of the stands and rushing up on the outside, 10 Times Harder is up to challenge Judy's Mission. Judy's Mission on the inside, 10 Times Harder on the outside. Halfway home in 108 and 2. At the rail is Heaven's Prize in third. Just the Money Honey is on the outside fourth, and Dublin's Louise is fifth of the 5 as they're into the back stretch. They're on their way to 3/4. Inside Judy's Mission, outside 10 Times Harder. Out there in third, Just the Money Honey. Heaven's Prize at the rail with Dublin's Louise. The score is not settled yet between the top two. On the inside, Judy's Mission. On the outside, 10 Times Harder. 3/4, 140 and 2. In and around the final turn, Judy's Mission clinging to the lead. On the outside, they're in second. 10 Times Harder. They're at the top of the stretch, now looking 3 wide. Just the Money Honey. Down the stretch they come, and it's Judy's Mission. Judy's Mission is now drawing away. Judy's Mission from start to finish. Looked like Just the Money Honey up for second over 10 Times Harder third. Time of the mile, 2:10, 2/5.
2:10 and 2/5 off of 3/4 in 1:30 and 2. So coming the last quarter in 30 seconds flat. Judy's Mission. Very first lifetime start for owner breeder Judith Moyer. A Mission Accepted filly out of the Train for the Future mare, Emmeline's Future. I'm going to guess that Judith Moyer is pretty happy right now. 3 horses made breaks. I thought Haven's Prize was right there with the whole bunch of them and then made a break coming down the stretch. But the 2 that made breaks early, Dublin's Louise and 10 Times Harder, kind of caught back and were right in there with the pack. It was really a nice tight race for a long time. But then Judy's Mission took off. We have 2 more stake races, 3-year-old filly Pacers and fourth division of the 2-year-old Colt Pacers. And then we have our Signature Series Trot, the Ralph and Polly McCormick Memorial Signature Series. 4-year-olds and up. We've got 4 nice trotters in that. Always fun to see those older horses get a chance to race in that Signature Series. Judy's Mission had not had any starts, no qualifiers, no nothing. So first time starter, first time win. I guess not too many expected her to win since she just paid $13.40 to win. No. That's Jim? Is it?
Heaven's Prize 5th. Dublin's Louise 4th. Judy's Mission the winner. 10 times harder 3rd. Just the Money Honey 2nd. 5, 4, 1, 3, 2, 33 and 2, 108 and 2, 140 and 2, 210 and 2.
So 8 races in the books. Next one, the 9th coming up. We got 6 in it. It is the 2nd division of the 3-0 Philly Pace. We've got some experienced horses in here, and we've got VH Goldie. On paper, looks to be the best and fastest horse in this race. That's for certain. She's already got a mark of 53 and 4 at Scioto. So we'll come back and take a look at all of them right after this.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
They're often racing in the Southern Valley Colt Circuit. Catch the excitement of Ohio harness racing at one of the county fairs in the Southern Valley Colt Circuit. For over 150 years, people have gathered at county fairs to cheer on their favorite racehorses. Keep the tradition alive. Visit one of the 10 fairs in the Southern Valley Colt Circuit this summer. Horses, racing, and winning. It's the Southern Valley Colt Circuit. 10 great fairs in southeastern Ohio. Once a year, the greatest converge. 12 championship races, over $7 million on the line. History will be made. Legends will rise. In October 2026, Scioto Downs becomes the venue where speed meets destiny. The Breeders' Crown, harness racing's ultimate showdown. It all comes down to the Breeders' Crown.
Okay, we are joined here by Patrick Ball. He and his wife Melissa are sponsor the Ralph and Polly McCormick Memorial Race. And tell us a little bit about Ralph and Polly.
Oh, they were influences in our lives, and they were a real harness racing family. Ralph trained, owned several horses, and they lived on a track. Ralph was an outrider, and he approached me when I was 14 or 13 years old and taught me how to do that.
Oh, my gosh.
I rode with his grandson, Michael McCormick. So there was Ralph and Polly. They had a son named Patrick and a grandson named Michael. And then we were very fortunate that that we had 4 generations of McCormicks on this track one year. He had a great-grandson come and watch a race. So we really miss Ralph and Polly. They were very influential in our community, great community members, and we miss them a lot.
Oh, it's so wonderful that you can honor them with this special race. But now you said you were an outrider, so he taught you to be an outrider.
Correct.
Also?
Yep.
That's not an easy job.
No, it's not. But especially a little history of the track here, the interior rail used to be wooden, solid wooden interior rail, so we'd get a lot of wheels caught in the turns.
Oh,
so
I bet.
Since they've taken that out, it's been a lot better racing.
A lot safer, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So you were outriding right here.
Right here,
at
yep.
Wellston.
We would parade from the 3/4 mark down to this big sycamore tree. And when bad things happened, we did the best we could.
Yeah. Oh, that is great. We were talking about it before about how these girls look like they would be very, very capable of doing anything they needed to.
I'm confident of that.
Yeah.
But thankfully, they haven't had to spring into action so far tonight. Knock on wood.
Yes. We want them there, but we don't want to ever have to use them, right?
That's right.
But so Ralph was, did he drive horses also, or did you just train?
He did. He was a driver, trainer, owner.
Wow.
And certainly he trained other people's horses as well. But I would have to look back. But he won a horse, or he owned, trained, and drove Ralphie. And I got to be here for that race.
Oh.
And Ralphie and Ralph won the race, and it was just the entire county celebrated.
Oh, how neat. How neat. It's just, I think this county seems to have just a great amount of history about harness racing, and so many people like the Bennett family that came out for Terry. It just seems like it's a very kind of a family group in the harness racing family.
Well, Jackson County loves its agriculture and its community, and we've been fortunate tonight. The weather's been perfect, and the track's been nice, and hopefully this is a tradition we can continue for many years. So if next year, if you're not doing anything, come up here to Jackson County and spend an evening with your family. Great food, great racing, live betting.
Yep.
It's the entire package here.
It is. You can't ask for much more than this. We were talking with Chris and how you've got more camping spots here, so you could really come and just spend the whole week here, because the entertainment that you guys have is amazing too.
Well, I thank you for mentioning that. Of course, our junior fair is the following week, and we've got it jam-packed full of everything from rodeo to Bigfoot, tractor pulls, and motocross, and demolition derby. So come out to the Jackson County Fairgrounds.
Great. Well, we're going to get the post parade. We sure thank you for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
Kudos
Horses
for
on the track for the 9th race. Trophy by Austin Powder Company. One VH Goldie, David Young II. 2 Suma Diva, Carson Conrad driving. 3 Uptown Rose, Brady Clemens. 4 No Tan Lines, Alex Hawk. 5 Twice Shy, Charles Bolin. And the 6 Stone Creek Girl, driver change, Derek Wadaker in the sulky. That's the field for the 9th race. Carson Conrad on 2, Derek Wadaker on 6.
It was a nice conversation with Patrick Bell about him memorializing Ralph and Polly McCormick. That was instrumental in his life when he was younger, and I think that's such a great thing about the county fairs, is that you can remember those people and what they did. So the 9th race, the 3-year-old Philly Pacers, VH Goldie, David Young II, the driver, and the trainer, William Thomas from Goodellsville, Tennessee. This is a Dancing Yankee filly out of a rock and roll dance mare, Dancing Treasure. It was just a $7,000 purchase at the Buckeye Classic sale as a yearling, and has earned over $63,000 so far in her lifetime. 2 starts back, one at Northfield in 54-3, and also about 4 starts back, won a race at Scioto in 53-4. Was claimed that night, and then she was put back into the Buckeye Claiming Series and was claimed back. So she's been moving barns a little bit. Suma Diva and Charlie Conrad from the 2-hole. Looks like Carson Conrad, Carson. For Steve Carter, Willard J. Taylor co-owns and bred this horse along with Stephen Carter. A Summa Cum Laude out of a Dragon Again mare, Charismatic Kelly. This horse has had 24 lifetime starts, 6 wins, earnings of over $30,000. Uptown Rose and Brady Clemens from the 3-hole for Robert Roche. Holly Roche, the owner. This is a Yankee Cruiser out of a Sunshine Beach mare, Pans Rose. Just a $2,500 purchase at the Buckeye Classic sale. Has just had 1 start this year. That was at Northfield, which did finish back, but did pace her mile in 2 minutes and 3/5. No Tan Lines, Alex Hawk up for Travis Redding. Tracy Bauer, the owner. This is a Yankee Cruiser out of a Bettor's Delight mare, Amber Delight, Purchased at the Ohio Selected Sale for $9,000 as a yearling. Did not start as a 2-year-old, but does have 7 starts this year with 2 back-to-back wins, Ottawa and Circleville. Twice Shy from the outside for Charles Bolin and Mark Winters. Jesse
Starters
Bolin, the
called
owner.
him in for the ninth.
A Fool Me Once has had 5 starts this year, has not hit the board yet. And from the second tier, Stone Creek Girl, Derek Wadaker up for Andre Nard, J.G. Green Acres Stable, and Braden Rhodes. This is a pet rock out of a proven lover mare, To Be Bad. 10 starts on the year, 3 second, 2 thirds.
They're off and pacing, and No Tan Lines was driven straight off of her feet off the gate as they move on into the first turn. VH Goldie has the lead and leads the way by a length and a quarter as they move on into the backstretch. And their second is Suma Diva. All on the inside, Uptown Rose is there in third. Pacing fourth is a Stone Creek Girl. Then it's Twice Shy in the trailer, No Tan Lines. They drive on to the opening quarter. In 31 seconds, VH Goldie leads the way. In there to be second is still Suma Diva. Uptown Rose in third. Pacing fourth is a Stone Creek Girl. Then we have Twice Shy and No Tan Lines as they swing off the turn. They're in single file coming down here to the half. And out there and on the lead, it is VH Goldie. They're in second, Suma Diva. It's Uptown Rose in third. They went here by the half, being led by VH Goldie and David Young the second, 102 and 3. In their second, Suma Diva. Uptown Rose is there in third. On to the inside fourth is Stone Creek Girl. Outside Twice Shy with No Tan Lines. They're into the back stretch. They're on their way to 3/4. VH Goldie, your 4 to 5 favorite filly, leads the way. They're in second, Suma Diva. Here comes Uptown Rose moving up on the outside. Next is Stone Creek Girl, 3/4, 134. In and around the final turn, VH Goldie is trying to seal the deal. On the outside is Uptown Rose. Suma Diva's at the rail. They're at the top of the stretch. And Goldie turns first. VH Goldie with the lead. On the inside, Suma Diva. Outside, Uptown Rose. It is VH Goldie. Suma Diva trying VH Goldie to win. Suma Diva, their second. Uptown Rose was third. 203 and 2.
.203 and 2 off of a half in 2 and 3, so a nice back half. VH Goldie gate to wire, just looked like she was good getting out of the gate and just stayed right there. No Tan Lines made a bad break coming out of the gate, but recovered enough to get a check. Unofficially, I have VH Goldie, your winner, Suma Diva second, and Uptown Rose third. Dave Mayrick said, looks like Scioto's ready to start back, so the rain must have moved out of the area. As I said, VH Goldie has been claimed twice in her last 6 starts. Was claimed at Scioto on June 9th. She won that race in 53 and 4 with David Young driving, so same guy that drove her tonight. And then she was claimed out of there, and then she, 2 starts later, was put into the Buckeye Claiming Series and was claimed out of there. She finished second in that race, 55 and 4. VH Goldie was a heck of a 2-year-old. She had 17 starts as a 2-year-old and won 10 of them and was 4 second time, so 14 out of 17. She was first or second. Her fastest win time of last year as a 2-year-old was 57 and 3 at Piketon. So.
9th race, it is the 1 VH Goldie. VH Goldie is a 3-year-old bay filly by Dancin' Yankee and a Dancin' Treasure by a Rock and Roll Dance, on by William Thomas, trained by David Young II, who's also the winning driver, time of the mile 2:03 and 2. Trophy by Austin Powder Company. VH Goldie, the race winner. Suma Diva second. Uptown Rose third. No Tan Lines fifth. Twice Shy sixth. Stone Creek Girl fourth. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 4, 31, 102 and 3, 134, 203 and 2. Bring them out for the 10th race. We've got Carson Conrad on the 2, Chris Presley on the 3, Clayton Pfeiffer on 6. This one for a Tumbleweed gift card. Check those red tickets. 652-9092. 652-9092, a Tumbleweed gift card. After race 10 is the TV. Make sure you're sticking around and keeping those red tickets. A TV will be given away after race 10.
So race 10 is our last of the stake races of the night, the 4th division of the 2-year-old colt and geldings pace. We're going for a purse of $4,188. This is the penultimate, and we're going to finish off the night with the Signature Series Trot. So let's take a short break, and then we'll be right back for race number 10.
The Ohio Harness Racing Passport is back. Sponsored by Webkenberg Starting Gates, the Passport takes you across Ohio's county fair circuit and now includes marquee events like Ohio Super Night. It's free and open to fans of all ages. Get your Passport from the OHHA broadcast team and collect your stamps. Earn prizes all season long with more ways to win. Compete for the grand prize. Experience Ohio through harness racing.
Feel the thunder, experience the speed, witness the excitement of Ohio harness racing. Ohio is home to 4 pari-mutuel tracks with exciting action at Northfield Park, Scioto Downs, Miami Valley Gaming and Racing, and Dayton Raceway. Plus racing at 66 county and independent fairs statewide. From legendary events like the Little Brown Jug to the Dayton Racing Derby, Battle of Lake Erie, and Next Generation Stakes, Ohio is where champions race. The speed, the tradition, the excitement. Don't just watch it, be a part of it. Race Ohio, it's your best bet.
Race Ohio, it's your best bet. I think that is certainly true now with so many opportunities to race in Ohio across the whole year, but especially in the summer when we've got 66 fairs that we're racing at. It's just kind of amazing, all the opportunities. We've got days when we have 4 and one day when we even have 5 fairs racing at the same time. So those, of course, are being a challenge.
That's a first, right?
Yes.
This year is a first
Yes.
for the 5-day or 5 fair day.
Yep. And I'm going to imagine that you're doubling up, but I'm not sure.
I believe I am that day. I think I'm doing.
You're doing like an
Richwood
11 o'clock.
and then who's before Richwood?
I can't remember exactly.
Yeah.
That's. I have to have the list in front of me in order to remember all that. It's sometimes a complicated endeavor to get the equipment around. It's sometimes it's the equipment even more so than the people try and get pieces here and there.
And this is a business where, at least the video streaming, if one person drops out or has anything, everything gets,
it's like a domino.
You can't get the equipment to that other person easily, and we're all hours away from each other.
Yeah,
So
it is. Yeah, we don't want that first person to tumble.
Right.
Because then it is a mess from then on out. They have the lights on. The lights are on in the grandstand. Not sure when they turned them on. I just kind of looked and I saw that they were on. So,
It was before the last race. I know that.
it's still pretty bright here. I think if we move them along, everybody should be able to see well on the backside. That's the trouble sometimes, is that the judges have a hard time seeing up the backside. The horsemen can see absolutely fine because it's not that dark, but it's just hard for the officials to see across. But I think if we get these in pretty quickly, it's 8:50 right now, so we should be able to get them in before it gets too dark. Well, thank everybody for joining in and for making comments tonight. We've had lots and lots of comments from everybody. So, okay, we finally found out the little baby. This is Kathleen Mann, at Kathleen Mann, said that little baby is my great niece. Alex is her daddy.
Okay.
Her name is Storm.
Wow, okay.
So that little, she has been in the winter circle. Probably she looked like she was brand new the first time I saw her in the winter circle.
Where was that? Circleville?
Yeah, she looked, was that Circleville? Yeah.
I think so.
I mean, she was tiny, tiny.
So that means her name is Storm Hawk?
Storm Hawk.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
That is a cool name.
That is very cool. I would think she's going to be kind of tough.
Yes.
With a name like that, Storm Hawk.
That's Outrider material right there.
Yes, you're
Right?
you're right. You're right. So thank you for letting us know. We have been wondering about that for a couple of different fairs now. Somebody was talking about if Charlie May might consider going to the Gold Cup and Saucer in Charlottetown's PA, but he's in tonight at Scioto, so we'll see. Somebody said big fan of Charlie May. I think a lot of people are fans of Charlie May. Just such a great story. We got 3 out.
Haley Sexton and Brittany Graves will bring them down for the post parade for race number 10. Race 10, 2-year-old Colton Gelding Pace, trophy in memory of George and Louise Staten. One is Stone Creek Beach, Alex Hawk on the bike. 2 is Mini Monty, driver change, Carson Conrad. 3 is Sir Tomo, make the driver, Chris Presley. 4 is Hardiel, Hank Levan. 5, Rising Ember, Brady Clemens. And the 6, Charlie Chewbacca, driver change, Clayton Pfeiffer, in the sulky. That's the field for race 10. We've got Carson Conrad on 2, Chris Presley 3, Clayton Pfeiffer on 6.
Okay, let's take a closer look at these colts. Stone Creek Beach, Alex Hawk up for John Hostetler, who owns, trains, and bred this horse. He's a beach trio out of a Shadow Play Mare Shark Festival. Has had just 2 qualifying starts. Both at both at Northfield Park. First one, it was individually timed in 2-4 and 2, and the second one finished second in that qualifier in 2-1 and 4. Mini Monty, Carson Conrad up for trainer Steve Carter. Sarasso, TKO Racing Stable, and SM Carter, the owners. This was a Ohio selected sale purchase for $55,000. A Monty Mickey out of the mare Remember the Dragon, who is by Fear the Dragon. He's had 2 qualifying starts at Scioto. First one in 58 and 1, second one in 59 and 2. Then went to Wilmington and finished 4th in 2 minutes and 4/5. Sir Tomo, Chris Presley up for Robert Resch. H. Resch, P. Miller, K. Ney, and G. Foster, the owners. This is a The Ponderosa out of a Badlands Hanover mare, No Picnic. Has had no lifetime starts, no qualifiers, first time behind the gate. Hardy L and Hank Levan from the 4-hole. Hank, of course, is the trainer, along with Levan, owns with Levan Stables and Megan Levan. This is a lather-up colt out of a Mr. Apple's mare, Thunder Par. It's had 4 starts this year, 1 win. That was 2 starts back at Marion in 2:07, and 2 second-place finish. Also had a nice qualifier at Scioto Downs and Pace a Mile in 58 and 4. Rising Ember, another one making its first lifetime start. Brady Clemens drives for Eric Nesselrode and Susan Offenberger. A Catch the Fire out of the Ponderosa mare, Pink Magic. A $7,000 purchase at the Buckeye Classic sale. And from the second tier, the 6-hole Charlie Chewbacca by Heart of Chewbacca out of Crystal Falls, who is by Whitefish Falls. Travis Redden, the trainer, Tracy Bauer, the owner, as I said, Clayton Pfeiffer, the driver. Tracy Bauer, the owner, is also the breeder of this horse. Horses are behind the gate, 5 on the gate, 1 trailer. And we're going to turn it over to Ayers Ratliff for the call.
Top of the stretch, race number 10. Here they come. Charlie Chewbacca way behind the others. They're off and pacing. And it's Minnie Monty who's looking for the lead. On the inside, Stone Creek Beach. And Stone Creek Beach using that rail to the advantage and taking on over. Minnie Monty is there in second. Hardy L is an early third. Over there to be fourth comes Sir Tomo. Then it is Rising Ember and Charlie Chewbacca way behind the others. As they move to the opening quarter, and Alex Hawk going right down the highway here on Stone Creek Beach. Stone Creek Beach leads them out there by 4 lengths. There in second is Monty Minty as they move around the turn, 30 3/5. Around the turn they go, and with the lead, Stone Creek Beach. Minnie Monty is there in second. Over there to be third, Hardy L. Next in line is Sir Tomo. Then it's Rising Ember. And Charlie Chewbacca says, hey guys, wait for me, as they drive down here to the half. And the leader, Stone Creek Beach. In their second is Minnie Monty. Still in third, Hardy L. Sir Tomo fourth. Then Rising Ember and Charlie Chewbacca halfway home in 105. In and around the turn they go, and the leader is Stone Creek Beach. In their second, Minnie Monty. As they circle the turn and head on into the backstretch, now moving up on the outside, here comes Hardy L, was third, then second, then bam, moves up and takes the lead as they go to the 3/4 mile mark of the race. Hardy L and Hank Levan, they now take them by 2. In their second, Stone Creek Beach, 135 3. Outside, Minnie Monty is third. Over their fourth is Sir Tomo as they circle the turn and come to the top of the stretch. Hardy L does turn with the lead. Stone Creek Beach is there in second. In their third is Minnie Monty, but it's Hardy L. Hardy L will score. Finishing second, Stone Creek Beach. Minnie Monty is third. Time of the mile, 2:05.
.205, so last half in a minute. Well, when Hardy L pulled out, he just kind of flew by them. Raced really well. That's Hardy L's second win of the year. Comes that pretty gray horse. We hope that he gets, Charlie Chewbacca will get his act together. First lifetime start, you're never quite sure what to expect. But Hardy L now has 5 starts on the year with 2 wins and 2 seconds. And this will be a new lifetime mark. He had one at Marion in 2.7 and now winning in 2.5. Got our royalties still out there giving out the blankets and holding them up. It's a nice thing for the queens and attendants to do. Samantha Mayhew, who works for OHHA now, she was an intern last year and is kind of a part-time employee this year. But she was the queen of the Pickaway County Fair in Circleville, and she said it was such a great experience. She got to travel around and see other fairs and see how they did things, and just kind of a great experience for her. So close.
I don't know what tumbleweed is.
I don't either.
So
that's what I was wondering. What's tumbleweed? Here comes Hardy L and Hank Levine.
After winning the 10th race today, it's the 4 Hardy L. Hardy L, a 2-year-old brown-gutted son of Lathrop, at a Thunder Par by Mr. Apples. Oh My Levan Stables, Megan Levan. Hank Levan trains. Hank Levan, the winning driver, time of the mile, 2:05. This one trophy presented in memory of George and Louise Staten. Hank Levan looking at the whole card, the day and night programs. That is win number 7 here today. A lot of drivers are black and blue back there because Hank Levan's been beating up on them today here in Wellston.
Hank does not have a horse in the next race, so he can kind of take his time getting back to the barn this time. Had 12 in and won 7 of them. That's pretty amazing. Win over half of your starts.
Stone Creek Beach was 2nd, Mini Monte 3rd, Sir Tomo 5th. Hardy L, the winner, Rising Ember 4th, Charlie Chewbacca 6th. 235, 146, 30 3/5, 105, 135 3, 205. Upcoming 11th race, 11th and final, a field of 4 for the Ralph and Polly McCormick Memorial Signature Series. Bring them out for the 11th race. One claim entered here in the 11th race. It's the 1 Talent Scout.
Wow, 1 claim. I did not realize that this was even a claiming race. Interesting. So Talent Scout has a claim put on him. So we're going to come right back and talk about the horses in this Ralph and Polly McCormick Memorial Signature Series Trot.
Hickory Lane Farm is proud to have bred or produced 3 Dan Patch champions over the last 3 years. Located in Findlay, Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm bred and sold world champion It's Academic. We also co-bred and sold sophomore Breeders' Crown winner Yo Tilly. Our stallion, In Range, set new sales records at the 2025 Jug Sale and is the sire of Set Your Sights High, who was last season's Dan Patch 2-year-old trotting filly. Find your next champion at the Hickory Lane Farm. Consignment.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
We're back.
They're trying hard to give away this TV. I think a lot of people probably have left already, so going to have to be.
Girls think it's funny. It's 6'7".
Oh.
Hey, girls, look up there.
So quite a night here at Wellston. They gave away a lot of prizes both this afternoon and tonight. Just a really nice night for all the fans in the stands. But you don't want a TV, you're
I
saying.
don't.
So,
I just want to win.
You'd win something, yeah. Anything to win.
I need that rush.
Yeah.
I'll take a T-shirt.
Oh. There's the Signature Series shirts. Ooh, and on the back they have all of the places the Signature Series racing. I think we're up to 36 fairs this year that the Signature Series. What a great event that is for these older horses. Just really, 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 really nice. Horses are coming out onto the track. Doyle Bross has got two horses in this race. MJ's Liberty Valance and MJ's Wishing for Pete. A couple of nice old trotters. This is the Ralph and Polly McCormick Memorial, and we had Patrick Ball up here before talking about Ralph and how influential he was at a lot of people harness racing around here. Also was a outrider, taught Patrick how to be an outrider, so it's pretty cool. They're wanting to remember Ralph and Polly McCormick. I think this, they're trying hard to give this TV away. They might be down to the...
There can't be that many tickets,
Well,
right?
there's
Well,
a lot
oh
of-
no,
yeah.
he did say there was,
Over 200 people.
yeah.
Yeah. Just that so many of them left. I mean, we still probably have 100 people in the grandstand at least, I'm thinking.
Last one's coming out,
Well, they thought he won it, but he didn't. We got 3 out on the track.
Did we
Waiting for
verify
one
that
more.
ticket? I don't think we verified that ticket. Yeah.
She's ignoring that.
You got to get John on here one day. Or not.
Yeah.
Well.
I said we got to get this race going because it is getting darker.
Brittany Graves bring them down for the 21st and final time here today. Signature Series Trot, purse $2,300. Trophy presented in memory of Ralph and Polly McCormick. Claim entered on the one Talent Scout, Alex Hawk. 2, MJ's Liberty Valance, Brady Clemens. 3, MJ's Wishing for Pete, Clayton Pfeiffer. And the 4, It's All Me, Christian Myers in the sulky. That's the field for the 11th race. No change in the 11th and final.
Let's take a look at these horses. The Talent Scout from the rail, Alex Hawk, up for John Hostetler, who is the driver. Who is the trainer and the owner. It's a 6-year-old gelding by Swan for All. Did not have any starts back in 2025, so it has not made a start since Oak Grove in April of 2024. Is raced there in the Kentucky Sire Stakes and came back this year on the 2nd of July and had a qualifier, won in 59 and 3, and then was scratched out of its next start. So, as we said, hasn't started since 2024. MJ's Liberty Valance, Brady Clemens up for Doyle and Mary Jo Ross. This is a Wishing Stone 9-year-old. He has had 235 starts, $169,000 in earnings, and a mark as an 8-year-old. So just last year, 55 and 2 at Scioto. MJ's Wishing for Pete, Clayton Pfeiffer drives for Doyle and Mary Jo. This is a 7-year-old gelding by Uncle Peter out of MJ's Victory Wish, who is by Victory Sam. This horse has had 165 lifetime starts with 12 wins, almost $116,000, and a mark as a 5-year-old of 156 and 4 at Miami Valley. And rounding out the field, It's All Me. Christian Myers up for trainer Ed Ryder. Ed is also the owner, along with Andrew Vasselnack. This is a 10-year-old by Triumphant Caviar out of Alley Hall, who is by Garland Lobel. It's All Me has had 197 lifetime starts, 20 wins, $148,000 in earnings, and a mark of 154 and 4 at the Meadows as a 5-year-old. So this should be a good race, the Ralph and Polly McCormick Memorial Signature Series. Let's turn it over to Ayers.
Top of the stretch for the 11th race, this year's getaway race. Signature Series Trot, sponsored in memory of Ralph and Polly McCormick, purse $2,300. Here they come. They're off and trotting. MJ's Liberty Valance tries for the lead. Talent Scout along the inside. Talent Scout is on top. MJ's Liberty Valance, they're in second. MJ's Wishing for Pete is in third. And the early trailer, It's All Me. That's the 4 as they move around the turn and head into the backstretch. And the leader, Talent Scout, in their second. MJ's Liberty Valance. MJ's Wishing for Pete is third. And the trailer, It's All Me. They move on to the opening fraction here. Talent Scout gets them there in 32 seconds. MJ's Liberty Valance is there in second. MJ's Wishing for Pete third. And the trailer, It's All Me. They'll round the turn. They'll come down here in front of the stands. And the leader is Talent Scout. In their second, MJ's Liberty Valance. MJ's Wishing for Pete is third. It's All Me in fourth as they travel down here in front of the stands. And the leader, Talent Scout. They're in second, MJ's Liberty Valance. Halfway home, 104 and 2. MJ's Wishing for Pete is third. And the trailer, It's All Me. Around the turn and rolling on into the backstretch. Talent Scout leads the way. In their second, MJ's Liberty Valance. Now to the outside. Here comes MJ's Wishing for Pete. And the trailer, It's All Me. To 3/4 they go. Talent Scout still the leader. On the outside, MJ's Wishing for Pete is second, 134 and 3. They're in third, MJ's Liberty Valance, and It's All Me. Moving around the turn to the top of the stretch, and with the lead on the inside, Talent Scout on the outside, MJ's Wishing for Pete. They're going here stride for stride and through the stretch. Inside, Talent Scout. Outside, MJ's Wishing for Pete. Talent Scout on the inside, digs in. Talent Scout holds on. MJ's Wishing for Pete second. It's All Me is third. Time of the mile, 2:06.
So that mile in 2:06. Off a half in 4 and 2. Talent Scout. Said this horse had not started since April of 2024. Last start was at Oak Grove. She did make a break in that race and finished way back, so you wonder if something happened during that race. Wait 2 years and 3 months to race again. Had a great night here at the Jackson County Fair. I think we got done just in time. What do you think, Chris? I don't want it. 9:16. Don't want it to get too much darker out there. It did. I thought.
Moving back here in front of the stands after winning the 11th race, it's the one Talent Scout. Talent Scout is a 6-year-old brown-gutted son of Swan for All. Out of Petty as Day Ridge by Tom Ridge. Owned and trained by John Hochstetler. Alex Hawk, the winning driver for Alex Hawk. That is a triple here today. Talent Scout was the winner. MJ's Liberty Valance fourth. MJ's Wishing for Pete second. It's All Me third. 1, 4, 2, 3 on the bottom, 32. 104 and 2. 134 and 3. The mile time, 2:06. And with that, we wrap it up for a full day of racing action here at the Jackson County Fair. We thank you for coming out and support the harness racing here in Jackson County. We hope you enjoy your rest of the week here at the Jackson County Fair.
Again from that 11th race was the one Talent Scout was claimed by Wyatt Farmer with a $10,000 claim bag of Toledo.
Yeah, here you go. Okay, so that wraps it up for us. We had a big day here at Wellston. So glad that they could get all the races in. They turned out to be a very, very nice night. So for Chris Santa Caterina and myself, Susan Schroeder, and all the team at OHHA, I want to thank you and hope you have a great rest of your night.
Good night, everybody.